Yes, you are trying to make a grenade launcher. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the land of Prova. This is the Knights of Elderhold sitting at my table today. My name is Tom Tober. I'm the Dungeon Master, and glad that you guys can join us online. And let's see. We have some great stories. We're already on episode 3 of our campaign. So a quick recap as to what's happened so far. Our amazing characters did some fun stuff. They did amazing things. We were very heroic, and now we're here. So let's see. So right now they are sitting in the land of Torrent Haven, which they found out was a gift by the god, or their god, quote unquote, the great merchant, who has some ties with some of our characters who don't think that he is quite so great, right? They're on the search to find out where the assassin is who is going after the king. They're on the search for finding Vecchio's father, which they're getting closer to that. They found his second home away from home. He's very, very rich, very, very rich. You're going to find out exactly how rich here pretty soon. And it's all yours, but you got to pay your taxes.
30%.
You're right. 50% comes to me. So there are. They've just gotten into a whole town full of lycanthropes, different werewolves. They've met the king of this group, who is they call him a bestia. He is an enormous werewolf, completely and utterly white, which is a distinction of a bestia being born. And so he's basically an albino. And he showed him where Vecchio's father lived. They were kind of running around there, and they actually got ambushed by some kind of clumsy assassins who are also werewolves. So now they're kind of confused about that. They've just spent the night in Vecchio's dad's house, and they're waking up the next morning. And so let's go ahead and pick up there, shall we? Yeah, they did. They really got obliterated. They were not. They didn't know. They
thought they were going to be sneaky.
That's right. They were just testing you out, see how strong you were. You know?
Probably.
So the night has gone through quite uneventfully. They do seem to have some kind of an allergic reaction to mushrooms for some reason. Lots of different types of mushrooms, which is very helpful because you have a mushroom farm. Yay! Who helps out in the with the protection. There you go. You are special. So you guys wake up. It's the next morning. The very first thing you see is Pavel, and Pavel is awake. Who, by the way, is not with us today. He had some family arrangements he had to take care of. Hi, Pavel. He wakes up and he's praying like he usually does early in the morning. And who's up? Who's walking up? And who's doing what?
I would be sifting through my father's stuff to try to find.
Do a investigation. Who else is up at the early hours of the morning?
Yeah, he usually like goes for like a little morning.
Yeah, he finds
in the woods.
Yeah, he kind of just finds a place with like a lot of sunshine, a lot of sunlight. He actually prays to Lathander, which is the god of the sun. And so he just usually does his prayers. This time he looks very, he's thinking a lot. Looks like he has a lot on his mind. He's just finishing up now, and he's kind of gathering his stuff.
17.
So the house has already been ransacked, as you guys saw. Something that's very interesting is that when a thicker book has pages in it, it's got a thick binding. But if you were to rip out pages, like whole chunks of pages, it'd be kind of flat there and kind of, exactly. There's lots of books that have lots of those things gone, like whole sections of things taken out. And in these books, they're not just regular books, they're books that he's written. You can tell by his hand that he's written tons of books. Like some of them are journals, some of them are like more scientific. Actually, most of them are scientific. But a lot of them have these huge, like 1-inch chunks taken out of each one of these books. So he's packing up.
Oh, one second. I think over the course of the evening, we've already got this.
All right. we're good there.
So I'll kind of, in my morning jog, kind of like going around, I'll just kind of see him kind of packing up, and I'll just kind of mosey over to him. Like, is everything okay?
This place is very interesting. There's so many things that we need to be taking back to the king. I can't help but think that Elderhold needs to know what's going on here.
It's true, but do you think you can wait till we can all go together before you leave?
I feel like if I go and tell the people of Elderhold, the king, and the people in my church, then maybe we can get some reinforcements to figure out what's going on here. I have a feeling that there may be more here than we can tackle. Something doesn't sit right. I just feel I need to go and talk to the king and let him know what's going on, to debrief him.
I guess. You can maybe stay around here and get a little bit more information for you, and by the time that you come back, we can reassess the situation.
That sounds good. Don't let anybody know that that I'm gone until obviously they can't help but know I'm gone. But at least give me some of kind of a head start to kind of get past maybe these guys' watchful eyes. And keep an eye on Vecchio. This is very close and near and dear to his heart to find his father. I'd really like to see him have his father back to him.
No, I'm pretty new here. I know you that well. Seemed good consciousness getting you about you.
Well, you've proven yourself yesterday when you joined our side, and you seem like a capable warrior, and I respect that. So the light of Lathander be with you, and I'll see you guys later. And so he grabs the rest of his stuff.
Do I see him leave?
Yes, yeah.
Good old paw to paw.
Yep. Nice firm handshake.
Yeah. It's
Yes. May Lathander's light be on you. Even if you don't care for it.
anybody's really.
Yes.
I'll take all the help I can.
Alright, well, don't get into any trouble until I get back. It should take me maybe a day or two, and I should be back as fast as I can. Alright. And he is out the door.
Yeah, I was gonna try to break into that room and steal that stuff back that belonged to her throughout the night.
Oh.
Especially since I only have to rest for 4 hours in a trance. And I have access to the invisibility spell.
Well, that'll help.
And I'm proficient with thieves' tools. So, I mean...
So knowing Connery, King Connery, being a werewolf, yeah, he was very active last night. It seemed like he was kind of pacing back and forth.
I would say the only way he would see me is if he had true sight.
It's not.
Possibly would.
It's not necessarily. Well, he may have true sight, but from what you know, they also go off of smell.
Yeah.
So
there's that. So I'll just think that I was. No, that's probably not good.
But if you'd like to try that later on, let me know.
I'll do that during the day.
Yeah, there you go. So it's pretty early in the morning. What are your characters doing, by the way?
Just waking up.
Mm-hmm.
I just usually wake up until the sun hits you in the face. She lived in the forest, so
Mm-hmm.
sun starts shining. She probably whatever plant she was sleeping in.
Mm-hmm.
She just wakes up and makes her food and which morning.
All right, yeah. So you get up out of your little pod, right? Because you sleep in the leaves in the what are those things called? Not like a cocoon. It's the flowers when they close up, the buds inside a bud. Stretch, take a deep breath. Constitution saving throw.
No, it's more lycanthropy. Probably.
7. Usually in the mornings, like this is your best time. You wake up, it's just, the sun is shining, the grass is green, the mushrooms are overpowering, and suddenly you just kind of start heaving off to the side of your flower. You don't lose any hit points, but like the wafting smell of the leftover burning mushroom laden wood is very overpowering outside. You even have a suspicion there may be some like inside the house as well. It's just really, really powerful, and it's not coming from her. She knows that you have an allergic reaction, so she's kind of keeping that under wraps. How about yourself? What are you doing?
I was thinking about making breakfast for myself.
Nice.
Maybe like a mushroom omelet.
There you go. Nice. So that's actually what's going to cause you to throw up is smelling the mushrooms. You're like, is that eggs? And oh, yeah. So you're enjoying that. So you just did a little jog in the morning. Did you do anything else by the time when you went out to look
Maybe
around?
just do like a little morning hunt, like kind of see if there was like a rabbit or something like that.
Do survival. Do a survival roll for me. I can tell you already though, it seems like there's not a lot out. Like for whatever reason, you're seeing signs, but you're not seeing a lot of animals out for whatever reason. 14. You do find like one. This is a nice size rabbit, right? You do find one of those guys, but I mean, it was like the only one you found. There's tracks of them everywhere, but they are hiding, and this is the only one you were able to find. So at least 1 mil, right?
Yeah. See if I can take one of my javelins.
All right. Roll to hit. Let's see how well. Let's see if you get them.
Pin him.
Uh
Yeah. 27.
huh. It sees you and it starts taking off. You start chasing. You throw your javelin, and it goes right over here, and you go boom. You check it out. You just managed to get it perfectly. It almost got away from you, but yeah, you got it. You got it. You pinned him.
I like to take him off the ground, bring it back to the group. Kind of like a cat brings
All excited.
Right.
What I got?
breakfast.
Praise me.
Dropping off the doorstep.
Nice. Yeah, so you guys all have this stuff going on. Do a perception check for me right before you head back into the house. At this point, what are you also doing at this point in the morning? You've been awake for like a few hours.
I hate to say it, but I probably would have gone out at first light to probably try to grab that stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna first scout the location to see how active it is first.
Do an investigation for me real quick. What was your perception?
That's 20.
Natural 20. On your way back, some noise like triggers and you hear it. And you realize that a group of people are heading towards the house. They're not trying to be stealthy. They're not trying to be, they're actually using the road, but you can actually hear it pretty easily. They should be here in the next 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay.
And they're just kind of like normal walking kind of
When I come
tone.
back with the rabbit, I'll kind of like, hey, what I got, but also warn the others that, somewhat prepare yourself, somebody's coming.
Okay, what are you guys gonna do? Just
Well, I'm putting that up.
very good job. Yes.
And also, I would have asked Pavel before he left.
Okay. All right. He gave you a little bit more,
Holy juice.
little holy juice on you, little squishy on there. First thing in the morning.
Can I try to find a teleportation circle that my dad probably had?
Okay, this is fantastic. So you remember in your history of your dad, and remember this would be like an old memory, but you remember hearing teleportations. Like this was something he was very interested in, like really a long time ago, right? And so you start thinking about that, like, teleportation. I bet you he had something to do with teleportation. It doesn't seem like there's anything inside the house. There are some notes in some of his books, but the notes that he has are well, one of them is they're old, and they show kind of like the progression of like the technology, like the teleportation is getting better. They can this symbol will do this and help with transportation and transportation sickness. This is also helps this transportation sickness if you do these things. And
I have I can cast a teleportation circle.
Mhm.
Would I know the sigils and all that
Mhm.
that he would have used around the house?
yeah, you don't see anything, nothing, which is funny.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't he knew how to do it? His notes say that he knew how to do it.
Is there any other buildings on the property?
It's the only building. It's basically a cabin in the woods, basically. Idea.
Is
Um,
there a basement or is there?
Would you like to look and see if you can find a basement?
Of course.
Okay.
Also look around
Investigation.
for any hidden compartments, traps.
Investigation as well. Are you letting everybody else know, by the way, like what you're doing?
Yeah.
Remember, you have he's told you 5 minutes, and you're gonna have some guests.
I'll go ahead and I'm gonna jump back up to the roof and just
16.
watch out.
Okay. What was it?
16.
16. No, it doesn't seem like there's anything. I mean, place is kind of a wreck, though. It's kind of hard to like tell. Actually, you do find some gold, but it's only like 30 gold. But yeah, like a little satchel. It's like a to-go satchel. You know, go into the town, spend a little money.
Investigation you asked me for was a 25.
The place is very, very highly guarded. One of the things you would have noticed being there at the it's not a castle, but you know their main building, is that Conray shows up just as like the sunlight starts to show up, and he looks just haggard as all get out. There's people waiting for him there. There's like I see a lot of people waiting for him there. It's the reason that you can't get in because there's so many people waiting for Conray to return. And as soon as he does, they take him inside and they clean him up and they get him all organized and stuff like that. But you are able to figure out that there's a space up on the second floor of this building that has more, not filing cabinets, but like a place where they would put important documents and things like that. You start seeing people going up there and putting things and taking things out, putting things back. You have a pretty good sense that that's most likely where they would have taken it. So now you have a space. Now you got to find when you can get in there and make some.
I'm going to go ahead and slyly, kind of nonchalant, do a perimeter walk and see if there's any exterior access points.
Um,
Right on the outside.
there's
Preferably up on the side.
yes. So
Balcony with a door, maybe, or
the only balcony is on the front side of the building, which is very highly guarded. The back sides are actually it's all solid wood, like big, huge logs. And the thing is that there are no windows on the sides or the backs.
Wow.
There's only lots of windows up in the front, which is actually how you're able to see, is because you're actually able to look through the front area of this building.
it's oddly convenient.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna kind of scout around the perimeter, see if there's anything else out of the ordinary
Okay.
that might be a potential point of access.
From your position, there seems to be like a skylight kind of an idea going on at the top, but you can't really get a good look at it. But you have an idea that that's probably what's up there.
I think I'm gonna go for a morning flight, and I yawn, and I'll activate my dragon wings. They're all nice, shiny, and bright, and white.
Okay. And cast invisibility on yourself, or you're gonna just go all
Just
not
going
for
for
all?
a flight. They
Alright.
don't know anything different. I'm just gonna start kind of flying around.
That's not.
Holy cow! Rolled a natural one. They are very interested in Conray. And so you find a place to get up in the air pretty early, get up high, and sure enough, when you get up there high enough, you realize that there are some entry and access points on the roof, but then you also see that there are some people on the roof as well on each one of the four corners, and they're just basically sitting there, almost like gargoyles, kind of an idea, just sitting there waiting, sitting. But they're people. They're the guards, and they just sit there and they're looking over the side, looking at the town. Most of them are looking at Connery, making sure that he's okay. He's their top priority, which is why they haven't seen you. But yeah, there is definitely an access point there at the top.
22.
22.
I'm actually gonna fly.
Okay. By the time you get back, that's when Pavel leaves. So that's a little wise back in time a little bit.
I wonder where he's going.
So you start picking up, right? So like you're looking through things and that sort of, but you start cleaning and doing stuff. And as you start picking up, you realize that there's this weird looking thing on the back of one of the desks, he was sitting at. And it's kind of far in the back. It kind of looks a little strange, so you just kick it. And as you do, you hear something snap in a room behind you.
Hidden room?
No, it's just a regular, it's like another bedroom back there.
Oh, okay.
And
His
so you
bedroom?
his bedroom.
Makes sense.
And as you go into the back in there, you see that the bottom of his wardrobe has fallen through, and there's staircases going down.
The wardrobe, I assume, has doors concealing this, or
The doors were open because of whoever went in there and tried to figure out what was going on. Some of the clothes that were originally in the wardrobe were on the floor or on the bed. But the fact that something was on top of the wardrobe or that fake bottom helped it fall when you kicked the lever.
okay. I want to try to covertly go through here and close the doors behind me.
Okay. We're going to get back to what you discover. Actually, before we get to that point, roll an advantage d20. So just 2 d20s. And let me know what it is you got. Just a raw d20. While he's doing that, the procession shows up. Well, there we go. All right, I'll let you know what happens with you. Yeah, you can't get better than a 20, so you're good. When you hear everybody's coming in, are you going to go back out or are you going to stay where you're at?
I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. The procession that's coming is actually Connery. There's like one of those palanquin? Is that what that's called?
Mm-hmm.
Where they have the guys with the on the shoulders, the pikes or whatever they are, and he's sitting in the back. And so they're bringing him. He is exhausted, and you can even tell because it's open, right? It's an open air thing. He is just trashed.
Don't want to interrupt, but so I got back to the cabin as Pavel was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I would have been informed that people were coming.
Yeah, you would have seen them leaving, which means you would have gotten there like a couple of minutes before they actually showed up.
So when I get back to the cabin,
Mm-hmm.
especially since I know who is on their way,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start dragging the corpses of the other lycanthropes
Mm-hmm.
out into the main area so I can ask them to explain this.
There's only one body left. It was the one that was the closest, the one that you killed because it was closest to the wall. The other ones were further away from the
And he ate them.
and they've been eaten.
That makes sense.
But yeah, you still have one and you have a body parts of one as well. But yeah, you can get their stuff and organize and that kind of thing. Yeah, so you see him downstairs organizing some bodies, making a little presentation. And sure enough, yeah, you see Connery, he's coming up. He has a guard with him, the natural guard that was with him previously, even some of the handmaids that were kind of with him as well. He looks haggard. Someone else you see is the captain of the guard, Fenrir. Fenrir?
He's another one. He's a different captain of the guard.
No, it's the same one.
The one that disappeared.
The one that disappeared. Yep.
Wait, his name is Fenrir.
Fenrir?
That's freaking awesome.
That's right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
That is very correct.
Yes, I know.
Nice.
So Fenrir, he's also with them. He doesn't have his helmet. And he doesn't have his sword because somebody else has those.
Who knows?
Who knows where those guys went?
Maybe you should know what's about.
And so they actually come to the front of the house. Some of the guards see the dead bodies, the eviscerated bodies, and the one body that's still left whole. And
Can they make a constitution save on if they're intimidated?
they're not intimidated.
They're more pissed off than anything.
They're guards, and so they see dead bodies, and so now they're really on guard. They're taking things seriously.
And I'm standing next to the pile, staring at them with a look of disdain on my face.
So Fenrir actually comes up to you and the one dead body. He flips it over to see who it is, like see their face. He looks down and goes. He just kicks the body.
I take it by that reaction, you know exactly who that is.
What happened to you? You left your post.
Yes, I was under the impression that there might be some nefarious dealings going on. I found some trails of some of these individuals, and I followed it back to their camp. We've been having some issues as of late with some of these defectors. Needless to say, I made them pay. Not as much as Conray made them pay, but I made them pay.
Interesting choice of words you just used is defectors.
Mm-hmm.
Usually a defector is someone that's fleeing from a tyrannical government.
Mm-hmm. Well, we try to keep our people safe. These people, on the other hand, they just want to use these tools and these new inventions for their own personal gain. They think that we should be going out from Torrent Haven and conquering. We are wonderful and amazing people, but we are not perfect in any way, shape, or form, and therefore we should stay in Torrent Haven. This is a gift to us from the great merchant, and that should not be overlooked. Unfortunately.
No, I would say this. I would actually say this is my character.
Hmm?
My personal opinion is you people are not worthy of these inventions. They belong to my guild. They are supposed to be used by us. That's why I was surprised when I saw the type of equipment that the South Village.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of surprised by the various equipment that the South Village had.
Mm-hmm.
That's not stuff that we would outrightly share freely.
We contribute to those places that we also borrow from as well. Can I see your gun? He pulls it off and looks at it and he says, "Ah, yes. See this mechanism here that's placed there over the barrel? That actually came from our village. The person who came up with this piece and this invention actually came from us and through our network went back to your people and gave them a better use of the same piece of information. We don't just take. We give back to the people that we take from."
So you have inventors amongst you.
Yes, we have artificers, we have inventors, we have scientists. We have many.
Interesting.
We do our best to make ourselves stronger because we are a weaker, smaller kingdom. but we give back to those who we borrow from.
So these defectors, you say, I'm assuming that they're a blight on your community,
Yes,
as you would say?
very much so. And unfortunately, this man here before you, he was a stableman. We never knew that he was part of this network.
What do you think they would have attacked us last night for?
I don't know.
How'd they even know that we were here?
Also a fantastic question. Unfortunately, we didn't leave any of them alive to be asking such questions. But
Is there any of them left? Have they all gone? Rid them.
we found a lair of sorts. A lair that we were hoping that some of you would be able to help us with.
And for this favor, what would you give us in return?
And so he turns back and looks back at Conry. And Conry, again, he hasn't slept. He's been awake now for yesterday, all last night, and he still hasn't slept. So you see these bags under his eyes. They've cleaned him up. Like, he's wearing pristine white clothing, but he hasn't even taken a shower yet. So you even see his hands are very dirty. You even get the hint that there's maybe even some blood under his fingernails. He didn't wait. He waited for them to clothe him, but not much else, to come and see you guys. And so he gets up and he says, we believe that this rebel band is the reason that your father is missing. Ah, that's right.
He's downstairs in
That Vacuol's father is missing. We believe that they are the ones who have taken him. Gildren holds a lot of secrets. He was one of our best and most honored spies that we had. He brought many things back and brought many things to the kingdom of Elderhold.
Oh, so he was a spy.
He was.
Good to know.
But after, 2 weeks now, we haven't had any kind of communication with him. His house has obviously been torn apart.
Starting to think by these people. Probably looking for... If they kidnapped him, like you say,
Mm-hmm.
then more than likely they wanted something from him. And he would not give that up.
Exactly.
So more than likely they came here looking for whatever they wanted. And maybe couldn't find it at first.
Exactly.
And they were coming back and they found us. And they didn't enjoy it, our company, as you can see.
Well, obviously they were not prepared for you.
Most aren't.
So,
Out of game.
yes.
Gildren being as powerful as he is then,
Mm-hmm.
would have been able to take on 10, 15, 20 of these people.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah, so he would have to go willingly.
Unless there were more.
Or they jumped him?
Or some people that are just as strong as he is, which gives you an idea of
What
gauging what you're going to be up against. So, yeah. And so the king gets off. He comes up to you. He actually comes straight to you, actually. Are you two outside, by the way, listening to the conversation? You're sitting there eating your mushroom egg omelet?
Is there like a porch with a chair or anything?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Everybody's outside. There's a little...
I'm just happily just eating my
Eating a mushroom omelet. This is really interesting. What's funny is that they, you notice that there's actually like an invisible bubble between you and all these people. Like as you move, they kind of move a little further away because of the smell of, and they look at you and they can see what you're eating.
Oh,
And so they kind of like back up a little bit, and they kind of like, oh, they're just staying out right outside this little bubble area of you and your omelet. Your very destructive omelet.
I thought we saw them eating the mushrooms before the day before, weren't they?
Nope.
Didn't they do what did they do with those mushrooms that were in the bag?
They're inside that building.
But they didn't eat. They never ate them or anything.
They never ate them. Do you remember what the schematics were that they took?
It was for this very important picture.
Yes. How to make a stronger tincture. Yep.
It's such funny word.
So yeah, you guys are just sitting there enjoying. Oh. Okay. Or where you at? Okay. And check out the building again. Man, you guys are on this one. All right, yeah. So
You and I had hooked up.
see, I'm telling you right there, man.
I've been sitting here thinking, what am I doing being lazy just sitting on
But now
now
that I'm face to face with dude,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to be like, oh hey, by the way, there's an entrance point on the roof. I mean, hey, what's up?
You know the funny thing? Even though I look super casual, I'm keeping a sharp eye
Mhm.
and ears. So
Well,
Okay.
I would have told the group as they were pulling up and he was talking to him, I would say, hey, I'm going to check out the house.
I think the only one you would have been able to talk to is her, because these guys are all outside.
How far away
No,
is,
earpieces.
Oh, that's right.
So we
how
can
far
tell.
away is the city from where?
It's like a 15-20 minute walk.
So like a mile or more than a mile.
It's about a mile.
okay. So you
Yeah.
probably just told me.
I mean, if you ran, you can get there pretty quickly. I mean, a mile's not that long.
Okay, because
So.
with that too, like all of a sudden I'll kind of see you take off and like like all of you guys will like hear like these whispers, kind of like in the depths of your mind.
Oh.
It's kind of.
Oh, random RP moment too is for all of you that haven't seen it yet. I currently have folded up dragon wings sprouting from my back at this current moment that are shimmering a blue and white color.
So with that, like you'll hear the voice of Darkshade kind of come through, and then kind of like talk to each of you guys and see like, hey,
Nice.
we'll keep cunningly busy. Tell us what you find.
You have that earpiece too?
Actually, he doesn't.
It's gonna throw her off.
These ear piercings are getting strange.
The benefits of my current predicament is I can.
I was gonna say you're a psi. You can speak telepathically.
And it's telepathic. It's not verbal. It's not coming through your
Ours is
earpiece.
verbal. His is
Yeah, straight to your brain.
Up to a
to
mile.
brain to
So if you
brain.
leave outside of a mile.
No, it'll stay. It'll stay right there. So, I mean, I'm gonna say telepathically is almost like static. He's getting right at the edge of that telepathic bond. But yeah, you're still able to communicate and understand each other pretty okay. Do an investigation. So yeah, so Connery comes out and he's actually talking to you specifically,
Yeah.
and he says, I need to get some sleep. I haven't gotten any since the night before last.
Oh, what? Don't you mean last night when you were pacing back and forth outside the house?
No, when I'm in that form, I don't have any kind of sleep.
I know. It just almost seemed like you were super interested and focused on us.
Yes, this is where I picked up the trail and followed them back. Where,
So you were trailing them and ended up here. So that's why those bodies are missing. You little nom nom. At least you ate. You may not have slept, but at least you got a nice meal. They seemed fairly meaty.
yes. There are, when we transform, when a bestia transforms, there are certain aspects of our transformation that are able to be under control, and other aspects where we are not in control. The rest of my people do not have this kind of ailment. Most of them, as they,
Giving into the inner wolf, so to speak.
yes.
Yeah.
Some of the older, more experienced members of my community can control themselves fairly easily without giving into those impulses, but because of my alpha and my temperament, it becomes harder to control. So yes.
You know, if lore suits me correctly, I'm surprised you guys aren't at war with the people over with the house over at Gold Coast. From my
We freed
understanding,
ourselves.
they're being run by vampires.
Yes, they are. Which is another reason for us to find ways of strengthening ourselves so that we can present a more unified and more cohesive weapon against them.
See, now the question is, do you know they exist? Or I should say, did they know that you exist?
Oh, they know that we exist. This is why none of my people can leave. Our heads are prized possessions to them.
Well, it seems like for now our objectives are the same. I'm sure Vector will want to be very interested in finding his father. I myself have some questions for him and interested in finding his father as well. So, where is this layer?
Maybe
Do you
we
have any
can
ideas
maybe
where
we
it
can
might be
clear out
located?
these defectors while we're at it.
Yes.
You know, 2 birds, 1 stone kind of thing.
There is a door that we found that we were not able to get past.
Oh, door.
It's not one that you may have seen before. I have some feeling that Vecul may be the only one to be able to pass through this door.
I have yet to find a door that I could not open,
Well,
either via tools or other tools. Magic.
and he kind of laughs, but you kind of feel like it's kind of hurts him a little bit, like it's maybe the game like a migraine. I wish that were the case. Still, here is how to find this door and what's left of those bodies. I wish I could have left more for you, but
Nah, you didn't have any control. It's understandable.
yes.
They didn't have anything of value on them anyway. There was no information on them. There was no... Their gear
Yeah.
was garbage. I salvaged what I could.
Well, if there anything to go by this one, then this one's a stableman. He's not a warrior. I don't know why he would have chosen this path for himself. But the enemies can be very deceiving in their words that they choose to use.
I do have a random question for you, though. I know your strength is rather limited, so I will be brief.
Thank you.
Have you ever experienced any members of your, I don't know what you would want to call it, society?
Our clans, yes.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Do things that are completely out of character, but then not remember it afterwards?
The very young, yes. The very young. When
Not well transformed?
when their first transformations happen around 15 or 16 years of age, their first transformations are extremely painful, and therefore their mind blocks out not only the transformation itself, but anything that happens afterwards. This is why their guides and their caretakers are with them during that transformation.
I'm kind of leaning more toward in their human form, not in your wolf form, in the human form. Maybe doing something completely out of character, like attempting to murder someone and then not remember doing it.
Our werewolf murders, we've had 7 in the past 20 years. People have gotten
It's probably not. Got it.
none from humans.
Good to know. At least the corruption hasn't spread this far.
Yes. Well, we did have one stabbing, but that was because, well, he was running around with his wife.
Now that's understandable.
Exactly.
Totally understandable.
But yes, in our human forms, we do our best to be calm and peaceful and rational thinking, although that does take time and practice as well. But yes, the young are to be feared, for they are most potent, and they are most unpredictable. I should be made clear of. You should never come to me when I am transformed. I will not recognize you.
That's kind of a given. Oh, trust me, this is not. Last night was not the first time I've seen you traipsing around in the forest.
Yes.
First time was when we were down in South Village for the night. I saw you out in the forest, traipsing around, being you.
Yes.
It's all good.
Well, stay near the mushroomed. He kind of looks over at you. The mushrooms will... It's actually my allergy that I have.
So your allergy is passed on to your kin.
That's the only thing that we can see.
So, is your clansmen's born into lycanthropy, or are they willingly changed, or a little bit of both?
Our lycanthropy is a gift. And therefore that gift is only given on purpose. Or in some cases, he's looking around looking for you. He can't find you. In some cases, our human young can pass that on as well.
Accidentally.
But we have some
From my
salves that
understanding
will solve that.
From my understanding of generalized lycanthropy, it's a disease.
Oh, this is a gift.
No, that's why I said generalized.
Yes.
Lycanthropy is a disease.
Some new
this
partners.
Seems to be a little more stout.
Oh, yes. We are not normal lycanthropes. Some of the spouses choose, once they have found their mates here, to become lycanthropy. And we grant them that gift.
But it is a choice.
It is a choice. Your friend, I'm not sure where she is at the moment, was bitten by one of our young, and therefore was immediately given the salve that would keep her safe. Just continue using the salve for about a week, and they should be fine.
So if you haven't figured it out by now, Tom, we're basically BSing long enough
Oh, yeah.
for them to accomplish whatever they're attempting to accomplish.
What is your roll, by the way?
17.
17. You find the same stuff that they have. There's a lot less of the guards there because they're mostly with Connery. But the guards on the top have stayed. There's guards on the bottom. It's actually really well protected. There's like all their main resources and things that they have to better their community is all inside this building. And so they're all keeping it secure. Yeah, you don't find a way to get in yet.
Low soft skylight. It's
Oh, no, it's open. In fact, it almost like taunts you because it's just sitting there. You could just walk right in. But there's 4 guards sitting all around there. And those guards are quite beefy guards. So, as comparison, yeah. So, as comparison, like the guys that you took down the night before, they're all like my builds, right? We're using our minds to destroy the enemy. No, there you go. They're all dad bods. These guys are trained warriors, and so they are a lot stronger. They're a lot bigger built.
So they're
They all have 6 packs.
Looking.
What's that?
So they're on the inside or the outside?
There are some on the inside, and they're also on the outside. The ones that you're most concerned with are the ones that are on the outside of the sides of the 4.
They're on the roof.
On the roof, they're kind of looking down at the city. Yeah, it's not that big of a building either. It's about the size of just a regular home. So if you landed, they would know. And remember, they're werewolves. They don't track things with their eyes.
They're stinky.
Well, they do track with their eyes. I mean, they also track with other things.
Give me. To Druidcraft. Myself to smell like a mushroom. Then
All right.
So I just So they don't smell me, but they smell mushroom.
They'd be alerted at that. Why is there a random mushroom smell?
Because there's mushrooms in the building, duh. It's just,
Wafting up.
yeah, it's
The
wafted
wind
up.
picked
Like
up.
day in, day out at the top of this skyline.
It's like
That's actually a very interesting thing. Okay, so do deception. Yeah, I think deception is probably the best way to go.
The plus 0.
Roll high, my friend. Roll high. Okay.
Druidcraft to smell like an air.
So you do this little waft of mushrooms, but being that it doesn't have the spores of a mushroom, they don't have a immediate reaction to it, but they smell it and they're like those are mushrooms, and you kind of get this look on their faces, and they're all kind of looking around.
So before they can, I'm gonna turn into a gas form.
Yeah,
So I almost look like a cloud.
I'm rolling trash. Rolled a 2.
Love that.
So one of them actually kind of looks around, and he actually sees this smoke kind of just go into the thing, and it's like a little bit of a trigger for him. He's like, "What would smoke be going in? That's just smoke. Forget it." And he kind of goes back to looking at the street. So now you're inside the building.
See how smoke works?
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, it goes up, right? It goes. Maybe I looked at it wrong. Maybe it wasn't that big of a deal.
Inverse pressure?
Inverse, yeah,
I've seen
smoke goes down, right? That's what it does. Goes down.
smoke on the wall.
Smoke on the water. It's like mist. All right, so you make it in, and sure enough, when you get in there, you see that it's very kind of an open plan, right? It's very big and open floor, very very zen, feng shui ish.
Like the cheese.
It doesn't take you long, mostly because you feel the allergic reaction to it. You're able to find the mushrooms, and next to the mushrooms are this little plan, this little note, the scroll. Next to the scroll, do actually an investigation.
Whatever's on me, it turns into gas.
Oh.
So I have to ungas myself.
Mm-hmm.
Uncrop dust yourself.
There you go.
It's fine.
That's exactly right.
I'm a fairy. I have a lot of tricks. Honestly.
Do an investigation real quick.
16.
So the scroll has actually been opened. Someone's been reading through this, and the mushrooms are kind of really tightly packed in some plastic kind of a stuff. It's not plastic, but it's it's like fats and stuff, right? So it's kind of covered. But the thing is that there's like a little bit of like a notebook next to this, and you kind of pick it up and start thumbing through it. You realize what they were going to plan to do. The more stronger forms of these tinctures that they were trying to create were, one, to stop lycanthropy from passing. So like the salve that you're taking, it would make that more potent, which means it would cost less days. And it's also for the fires that they use to keep Conray away. It's more potent to keep him further away from the buildings. That way they have less attacks coming in. That's what they're using it for. Yeah. There's even some things like could possibly even be used for health potions to make them stronger. Question mark.
Is there any other paper around, like a pen or a quill, whatever?
Oh yeah, there's just this whole place has been used for research and findings and things.
I'm gonna do my very best
Yeah.
to pretty much
Copy and paste. Yeah, there you go.
take the original plans, and then just go from there. Because I need the original plans for her. And just copy.
All right.
I don't know who's old enough for this, but if only you had some thermal paper.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
At least a
saying.
forgery kit.
Just
Yeah.
put the thermal paper underneath, blank sheet, thermal paper, regular copy, and just
Yeah.
trace it.
So all right. So let's do 2 rolls. Let's do a dexterity because you got to move quick.
Oh, 20. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Okay, so you are moving like mad, my friend. Let's see how accurate you are. Let's do this.
We didn't need a printing press before.
To give you a little extra boost, let's do an intelligence saving throw.
Oh.
So we'll give you an extra, like maybe a little boost, possibly.
15.
All right, so it's maybe not be 100% accurate, but they're getting the gist. They're getting the
That's all I
gist.
needed.
So I mean, it might take them another couple of maybe a month or two or years, but they'll get it. They'll get there eventually, right? I mean, you are just
Now you
madly
leave the crappy
writing.
version.
There you go. You know, Sparks Notes
Now you leave
version
behind
of
the
this thing.
crappy-
Mark Coders.
There you go.
And then,
There you go. But you're getting it done fast. That's the important
and
thing.
then at the end, I'm going to say, P.S. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Good luck.
Look, you win. Draw a quick thumbs up.
Great. Yeah, I should put something there. Will help the homeless and the orphans. You know. No.
Does anybody play Fallout?
Yes.
Okay, so
You saw my shirt last week.
Well, yeah. So they say back in Cold War times, if you can cover the thumb with your mushroom or the mushroom cloud with your thumb, then you're in a safe distance.
You're safe.
You know the Fallout Boy, where he's closing one eye and going like that.
That's what. Yeah,
That's what he's doing.
Rule of thumb.
it's the rule of thumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
The things that you learn. I had no idea that's what he was doing.
That's what he's doing. He's making sure that he's far enough away from the nuclear blast.
And that's where the rule of thumb comes.
The rule of thumb.
Actually, the rule of thumb.
I'm good.
Comes back.
Well,
It goes.
it's a good thing to know about, current times. Good.
And that's it.
There you go. California is not, but I'm good. I'm good.
Actual or
Yeah, we're good.
rule of thumb is a lot more.
The real scroll.
I
Okay.
like that one better.
Okay.
I'm going to use Mage Hand
Okay.
to grab the mushrooms.
Okay.
And make them smell like lavender because I'm making them sick. And then I'm going to. You said there's guards in the hallway, right? Well,
There's guards downstairs.
okay.
There's guards up on the roof.
Okay, so there's none out in the hallway back up to this guy.
Actually, you can hear somebody walking up the stairs now.
Mark,
You
don't
better
go
bust
back.
a move.
Nope.
Oh,
And
could have sworn I made you one.
Made me one.
I know I made you one. Oh, I made him goggles. That's right. Night vision goggles.
While he's doing this,
Okay.
he's making a map. Connor's making a map for you to show you where to get to the entrance, the door that you couldn't get past.
Yeah, and then I'm kind of be like, okay, we need you to hurry up.
I'm gonna reduce myself, so I'm gonna be hella small.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly out, and I'm gonna ready a spell. As I fly through the skylight, if
Uh-huh.
anybody sees me, I'm gonna cast sleep on their ass. I'm just gonna hopefully they don't fall off the roof. But I will cast sleep. If they
Sounds like
It's a flat top.
You know what?
It's a flat
Since
top roof.
since you're already kind of a small creature as it is, and then you cast
they
reducing
use
yourself.
advantage,
Yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
see what's
you're
going on
tiny.
here.
Aren't you
Yeah.
small?
I'm small.
Yeah.
Normally? So you're now tiny. You're like
like Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Natural 20. I'm just joking. I'm just
Natural
joking.
2.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you cast small on yourself, and you can still fly, right? So you start flying out. You realize that the person coming up is actually one of the researchers, and they're not working on that specific project, they're working on other ones. They pull it out of the drawer, and they start writing stuff, and they start putting down their findings, and you just kind of go up through the window, the little open area up there. Out you go. You have now successfully.
And I'm gonna stress I can't 'cause I'm so small. I'm gonna zoom out like Disney style. And as soon as I'm far away, like out of eyesight,
Yeah.
I see my spell.
Okay, yeah. You get to like the edge of the little buildings right there.
And I'm gonna try stealthily fly back so the people that they're talking to don't not see me.
You have to go really high.
Yeah.
you could just go really high.
Yeah, just go high and you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. No roll needed
After
there.
he gets done with the map and everything like that, I'm gonna say, after all of this is finished, I'm curious to see what your scientists are working on.
Well,
Perhaps I can provide some insight that they might have missed,
Mm.
as I am an artificer myself.
You know, artificers are held in high esteem here.
I'm also an alchemist, inventor, all kinds of things.
Are you looking to get married?
God,
It's exactly what he was thinking.
God, no. Not yet. I'm too young for that. I'm only 90. I'm too young for that.
If you want to consider to join our cause, there
What's
would be
the
a
average-
there would be a
what's
place
the
there.
average lifespan of one of your clan?
Of our clan.
Yeah.
Well, lycanthropy has many gifts, and the longer lifespan is definitely one of them.
I was gonna say because average lifespan for us is like 600 to 800 years.
Well, that is for a human, we can grant close to that with our lycanthropy.
I could only imagine what you would grant to me.
We definitely, as you can see, Gildren often had the pinnacle of life's needs and things met.
You didn't
So
happen to give Gildren the gift, did you?
no, he.
Okay.
The sad thing is that there are certain people who are their blood is incompatible with ours. Dragonborns being one of them.
Ooh, that's why that one captain of the guard was kind of.
Why is he here? Yep.
Got it.
It's also the reason why he was saying the same thing to him. Or her. Because fairy blood is not compatible with their lycanthropy. So he says, I've given you the information that you need. I need to return and get some rest before tomorrow. In the meantime, Fenrir, you have some gifts for them. So Fenrir comes out and says, yes, I forgot to give this to you yesterday in our haste. Here are some bags for you to carry. It doesn't completely keep you safe from Connery, but it does make it less desirable for him to be in close proximity to you. And he hands you over small little packages, and they all have that same kind of like a waxy build-up to them. He says, just open up these, and it'll produce a smell that is abhorrent to
I'm gonna
Connery.
take a smell or sniff, and does it smell like the mushroom?
Strong mushroom. Matter of fact, it's like, it smells like it's tasty. Like,
Yeah.
I want to like sprinkle a little bit of that on my
Rabbit?
yeah. That sounds good, but like, no, I can't do it.
Mushrooms and rabbit, do something.
There you go. That's a whole meal right there, man.
Okay, I know exactly.
So now you guys all have your little packages. And before he leaves, he says, where are the rest of your party? Seems like some of them are still missing.
God only knows. They're late sleepers. I only sleep 4 hours a night, so it's kind of whatever.
Oh,
And
yes.
actually, technically, I don't even sleep.
I'm an early riser myself.
I only get a few hours myself, but I do need my full rest, so I will leave you to this. Should you find anything or find yourselves in a situation you need some more support, let me know, and we will give it. Until then, I will see you. Goodbye. And so he gets back on his thing, and you can tell that he's even trying to fall asleep on the palanquin as they're taking him away. And all the guards are leaving. And you actually see them from up high. You can see them kind of like dispersing. What did you roll, Vecule, when you were investigating downstairs?
Oh, I didn't.
One second.
Whoopsie. Maeve, did you get in and get out?
Inside already.
Oh, shit. All right. Cool.
And then 11. Investigation.
It's bare. Almost completely and utterly bare. There were, at one time, tons of bookshelves here. And they've all been taken. There's even some sigils that are on the ground that are teleportation symbols, but they're not active. Each one of them has been scuffed and erased in certain areas. So even at this point, figuring out where it is, like, you can tell that they were teleportation symbols, but you can't tell where they were teleporting to, because he's just destroyed those pieces of them. They're not usable at this point. But yeah, everything in this whole place has been taken off with, and there's even like a science kit area. There's like some supplies, different things, but you do also find lots and lots and lots of this mushroom. Most of them are soaking in with like wood and things like that because he's creating his own to fill up those uh, sconces that are outside.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can recreate the sigils and teleportation?
Just by looking at it, you know that you're not going to be able to do that. You could make them functional, but you can't tell where he came from.
I'm gonna try to make one of the boxes.
All right, where do you want to go to?
Well, wherever. If I recreate a symbol that he had, the corresponding symbol to wherever it was links it.
Yeah, the where to go in place. That's the part that's been erased. So you can no longer go. You can put something else there.
Yeah. All right. Never mind then.
So
I can do that.
this side works.
Yeah.
That side's broke. He's broken.
There has to be. I mean,
Do another investigation.
investigation.
Yeah. No. This one's investigation. 20 with investigation? Dang. You can tell that it's not just it's been erased. There's nail markings, like they even dug into the ground that like really not just wiped, but just scraped away. And you can tell just by the way that they're marked up, it's not by like a werewolf or anything like that. They're dragonborn nails that have been dug into this. He did this. He's the one who got rid of the where to.
You knew I would come.
Or knew somebody was coming for the information.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe not you, but maybe the people that were around.
How fresh does it look? Because I mean,
They're grounded in stone.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, if you recently scratched a stone, you would have powder, right?
Okay, yeah. So do another investigation.
Oh hell yeah! I'm investigating this shit.
That's
22.
right. 22?
Yeah.
Again, it's in stone, so it's kind of like a hard thing to really gauge. But from your best guess, you would say that maybe it was recent, but you're not sure how recent.
Right.
Like it's not like a year or 2 years old.
Maybe about when they last maybe saw it.
Yeah. So if you're putting that put together, you're like, yeah, it probably happened around the same time. So like maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, he did this, and then he just disappeared. Mm-hmm. He's hiding, or he's taken, or he's on vacation somewhere and just hasn't told anybody. Forgot to put his out of office email. Yeah, who knows?
I'm gonna keep going around, seeing if I can find any clues to where he went, what he was doing, why he was doing.
The place is bare,
That's it.
gone, nothing left.
Is it just a room? Down
Yeah, it's really small. It's probably about the size of this whole section right here. It doesn't have a lot of area to go and look around with, but again, this whole place was underground, right? It was a secret place. But yeah, that's all you find. Empty bookshelves, scratched up teleportation. That's right, man. There's nothing left to search in this place.
I'll go ahead and have telepathically relay the information of King Connery and Finnegan to Vekul, downstairs, just to let him know, hey, we found some maybe a lead.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do with this?
Let's all gather up in the main room.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
go. I got a map.
down here.
Yeah, you know
I think
exactly
we're
how to
all-
get there.
You finish your omelet. You're
Down
back.
where? To the stone. Down where? Down here. Down where?
Go through the. What was it?
Wardrobe.
Wardrobe. The lion, the witch, and the wardrobe.
Lion, the witch, and the wardrobe.
Oh God, am I gonna go to Narnia?
All right,
Again?
go
We
for
all
it.
want to
I've already been there. I
Do we
don't
want to meet
like
you
it.
downstairs? Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
You coming up? We going to meet you down there?
You mean
You closed the door. You were kind of secret squirrel.
Yeah. I'll say go into my father's room and open the wardrobe upstairs. Okay. Close it behind you.
Interesting. Do you guys want to go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I mean, it's a nice little
It's a
scene.
tight fit for Darkshade to kind of.
Yeah. You guys all make it in there. You guys are all there.
This could be a nice alchemical studio.
Ooh.
Like that too.
So here is a map that King Connery made for me. I'll just kind of roll it out. If there's a table.
Apparently
Oh, yeah,
there's defectors that they think have kidnapped your father.
I think we need to
Something happened.
investigate this.
I investigated the shit out of this room.
The layer.
No, we're thinking if your father did get kidnapped by these people, there was a lot, and he would be being held here.
There's something that happened. Take a look at the sigils.
Oh, and I hand you this was the gift from the Captain Fenrir. It's the little pouch to ward
protect
off
us.
when he's in Super Saiyan mode.
There's some similar stuff my father was working on in the corner. If you guys can take.
I'm gonna crack open one of those jars and sniff it
Yep.
in comparison to the other thing that we were given. Which one's more potent?
His actually is more potent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, do an investigation real quick for me.
That's a 20. Dirty 20.
You get the impression just by looking at the tincture that they gave you and the tincture that he has going on down here, he was actually a lot more advanced and was not sharing that information. Like the stuff that you're carrying is, as soon as you actually open up the lid to it, crack open the Tupperware, he starts to gag horrifically, and you actually have to leave the room immediately. Yeah, the Gildren's container that he was holding the stuff in. Yeah, Maeve's just got to get out of this room as quick as possible. In fact, Maeve cannot go back into this room without suffering some damage. F you guys, man.
Craft it to smell good.
Guys stink.
No, I'm too
Actually-
to put thorns on your doorknob.
Is this in a liquid state?
It is. So what he's done is he's gotten certain kinds of mushrooms, and they're growing inside with this water tincture and wood and everything else. And it's got some kind of like a magical properties with it, so that it's infusing everything in together extremely, extremely well.
Almost like a fermentation, magically fermented.
Exactly.
I need to do any kind of perception check or something just to understand it. Because my character would obviously be really curious and wanting to see what it is.
Yes. You would know instinctually that about the mushrooms that are being used, and you can actually see how well this is coming together. And so you you would believe that you would be able to take this back to your druid circles and things like that or Mithlin, and they would be very interested in this whole situation. So
Probably so just by taking a look at it.
Is there a way to I could maybe get a mushroom or two and put it in my pouch just for?
oh yeah it's actually
Are they jars or little wax papers or something?
yeah, so there's jars that are on like the wall. Everything in here is basically empty except for the mushroom section,
Yeah, I can let that alone.
and they left that there because
Of
if they find it, they can't do anything with it anyways, right? It's almost like a little bomb. It almost killed him,
Yeah.
right? So but yeah, so you can actually take some of the mushrooms, you can take some of the water, you can take some of the wood.
The auctions, tinctures that are already created, then I'll probably try and take one of those if there's an extra one.
You'd have to grab it yourself, but yeah, you can do it. Oh yeah, as much as you want.
I'm actually going to use my alchemist kit and all the vials to start filling up vials with this liquid.
All right, how many vials do you want? There's about 7 vials total that are empty right now.
So then 7.
7 to go. So how many are you taking?
I'll take 1.
Okay, so he's got 1.
You got
You got 6.
And then I'm going to keep the rest of the magical Tupperware filled with, and
It's pretty big. It's like a fishbowl, so you can't take the whole thing.
Bag of
Oh, bag of holding. There it is.
Would there be any of that like I would, I'd probably want to say, well, me and my people, we study this. I would want to take a sample of some kind, just even small.
Oh, trust me. The rest of this is going back to your people.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's why I went. You'll see, as I'm saying that, I'm like, bag of holding. And I take the whole fishbowl into the bag.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry. Your people are going to get something.
Thank you.
There's even some paper there if you want to start like doing some sketches of
yeah.
this whole situation.
Yeah, I'd be totally into it. I'd be sketching and like making
Oh, wait.
notes and like writing down what my thoughts are.
Mm-hmm.
So since Maeve had to leave the room,
Oh yeah, Babe's all
Oh,
pissed off at the top,
we
getting
may
sick.
wanna
going back
go
upstairs,
Yeah.
what did you find?
Oh. Yeah. Come here, please.
Upstairs, I hop over her thorn that she laid out for everyone.
That's not nice.
I'm curious to see this recipe.
Here's the bag of mushrooms. And I have your scroll. Is it okay if I share it with him? He's very trustworthy.
Yes.
I'm gonna hand it over.
Trust your judgment. I can't thank you enough.
I told you I got your back. No one's gonna catch me.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Should try some.
Look at fly swat.
I owe you one.
You're just seeing a swarm of fireflies like stab you.
So as you're reading through this whole thing, it's a way of excreting the like oils and the properties of whatever it is you're using, not just mushrooms, but like flowers and things like that too. Like it's just pulling out all those essences, where usually the equivalent of 100% of current technology of pulling these things has now been moved to like 50%. This gives you an additional 50% worth of material from the same amount of product. So you can double everything. Yep. 1 mushroom now takes the price of 2. Well, their essence, their oils and things. So there you go. Next to the might of a warlock.
I'm gonna give this back to you for safekeeping, but next time we stop to actually take a while or take a moment, would you mind if I transcribe that? Alright. Trust me, I won't use it for nefarious reasons.
And I did transcribe it. Yes. Because, like, they're trying to heal people, and stupid conscience got in the way. It's not exactly word for word, it's just... Okay, but...
From what I'm gathering from that is they're attempting to increase the potency
For a cure, for upstairs.
for a cure for the lycanthropy, to make the tiki torches filled with mushrooms outside of the towns more potent, to keep the king away.
Or I would just bring it.
I could see from that there's potential other applications for that as well, because that's not necessarily mushrooms. You could feasibly squeeze more potency out of herbs to make better poisons, better healing potions, better
Garlic.
Indeed,
all kinds of things.
it's a blueprint for much more than just mushrooms.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I see that coming in really handy in the future.
Yeah, I would say just, keep it to yourself or you transcribe.
Oh,
it,
don't you
be
worry about that.
careful about you share it with.
And it was like, a knockoff, like,
So you transcribed it and left them the crappy copy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eric with that game, the whisper game, like somebody whispers something to you.
Yeah.
And like 5 people. That's not really what you said. but it's kind of, it's the almost
there you
like
go.
rhymes almost. That's what I did.
And that's part of the reason why that schematic was so important to me and my people, is because even though we all know it well enough, like the
It falling
more
into the wrong hands is
experienced
bad.
members, right, know it and can relay it, do the work and whatnot. Without it, it's one of those things that we want to keep for generations. Keep with our
So
people.
it might take a couple months, a couple more years. But it's not
Decades. It all depends on how crappy a job you did.
That's their problem.
Well, I just wanted to be for us too, so
I appreciate that.
we didn't get no shock and awe.
So, question. So, I guess the question is, do we want to go investigate this lair now?
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's early morning.
I'm gonna look at the sun. Like,
Early morning.
I would
Let's do it.
recommend we
We're burning daylight.
It's brunch time.
Well, I would also recommend too that we prepare a potential safety net just in case we have to camp out in the open.
I have a tiny hut.
There you go.
Oh, that's perfect.
Did you want us to look out ahead if anybody else needs to do anything? And because we all have communication with each other.
I mean, I would say we'd probably need a scout just in case,
If you like, we can keep this link going.
but
Mhm.
I don't think it's necessary unless they have a traitor in their midst and they sent word to the defectors that we could potentially be coming.
People coming to us. So if you like, see what's going to do here, because you know he has hearing, and I have stealth and reach.
Well, I
Trophy
mean,
tree.
judging by the map, how far is this lair from here?
If you guys take off, it'll probably take maybe about 2 hours, 2-3 hours.
Stealthily or just normal? Oh, probably normal.
Normal, just walking.
I would
Okay.
say normal travel until we get a little closer.
I'll be
and
there
then
in about
we-
45 minutes with the horse.
That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
that's on your side.
But then, yeah, you're gonna leave all these guys
No, I
behind.
would say
And
we
is there
go.
what's the terrain like? I'm sorry. Is there wood?
Very mountainous, very wooded. Everything is thick woods.
I'm
Ranger guy?
I know woods, I know mountains, I know grasslands. So
Let's not go.
I know things.
We don't want to play with them when they have.
Well, plus also too, we don't want to be out here in the. We really don't want to be out here in the open at dark.
So I don't know. Maybe we come out of like a certain formation. You guys
King
behind.
Fluffy Pants comes
I
by.
could be kind of in the trees, kind of
the diamond formation.
yeah, diamond formation.
Okay.
Naruto style diamond formation. Y'all be in the wings.
Yeah.
I could be in the spear point.
And they can be in the back for crossfire.
What do you think?
Because he has a great shot.
Yeah. So let's keep them. We'll keep them
Yeah.
behind.
Be a reverse.
I'll be the spearhead.
Reverse
Mhm.
Pentagon. One in the back, two in the
Yeah.
front, two on the sides.
That'll work.
I'll be on the sides.
Well, Pavel's not here, so it's one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Two in the back and then two on the sides.
Hmm?
Spear formation.
Ow, my brain.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, off you
How
go.
about we just go?
All right.
We'll figure
Um,
that out on the way.
So you start heading through the woods. Man, anybody who skipped leg days, man, their legs are hurting because I mean it is steep up and it's steep down, steep up, steep down. Unless you're flying, of course.
I'm not running nowhere.
And I can climb like I walk and
Oh yeah.
3 times my.
Well, he didn't skip leg day, right? So you're good. You're good. You're good. So I mean, it's really, really beautiful. I mean, now it's daylight, but it's really super easy to see Conray's feet. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah, Elderhold is at sea level, and so this is a lot higher up, and so yeah, you get a lot of that altitude difference, less air, that kind of stuff. But as you guys are walking through, it's really just beautiful. But you can see the big, enormous feet of Conray, and you can even easily track where he was going. Just enormous feet. And sure enough, as you get there, you finally see this opening area It's up against one of this little more of like a little bit of a mountain, and there is just blood, what have you, kind of just scattered everywhere, and then you see the paw prints of Conry. You can even see the paw prints of a smaller werewolf, also traversing that same area.
Does it smell like Finrare to me?
It's definitely Fenrir. It's really strange because up until this one point, you couldn't smell him. You could smell Conry easily all the way through everything. But you didn't find Fenrir until you're now at this specific area. He was covering his tracks.
Much like I lost a scent before.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've picked it back up. Now we're here.
Now that you're here, he's here, and he stopped
Interesting.
protecting himself, and he just started to attack. It's also the reason why he left his sword and his helmet behind, because he was in wolf form. He didn't need that.
Right.
But yeah, there is just bodies everywhere.
And now but no living people.
Nothing
around
living.
trying to
Nothing
figure
living.
it out. Does it seem like they're what are we? Is it like a village? Is it like a maybe like a
Small clearing.
graveyard with like a tomb? What are we looking at?
What you're looking at is that there's a tree line on the sides. The inside is all opened up area. You can see that there is maybe some like people will sit there with fires and that kind of stuff. So little remnants of fire, little campsites. Against the wall is an actual side of a mountain that's been kind of cleared away by some means. So it shows the rock itself. Everything else has been very green, very lush, very dirt. But this is a rock wall that the side of the mountain. And up against it, you see the slightest outline of a door. So think kind of like the Casa Doom kind of has that little opening.
Like almost like Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
With the moon door.
Yes, yeah.
Like, kind of situation.
Yes, not as elaborate, not as beautiful, but like you can see the outline of the door. It's very, very small, very well put together.
Kind of look at Connor Beckwell, and I'll be able to kind of be like, Connor, you mentioned the door that he thinks that only you, for some reason, may be able to open.
Can I see a crack?
You see a handle.
Whoa.
In the very middle of the door, inset by maybe like an inch, maybe an inch and a half, is a circular mechanism. In the middle of it is a handle. And the handle, easily you grab a hold of the handle and you turn it and it opens up the door. It unlocks something. The handle itself has some kind of like a leather or something around it. It's very easily the locking and unlocking mechanism. Also along the wall everywhere, you see enormous claw marks that someone tried to... Connery tried to open and he couldn't get it open.
That's why they had such a problem. Because they were in their wolf form, they didn't have opposable thumbs.
You grab it?
Does it move for me? That's
That's
strong. Strong guy.
You're a strong guy.
sorry. You're gonna be stronger than Tom.
Well, he was.
You put your hand right over it, and as soon as you grasp hold to start pulling, spike shoots through and stabs right through your hand, and then retracts.
Oh,
You take 7 points of damage.
that looked painful.
Okay. Vacuum, your turn.
Why me? If they just did that to you.
All
I'm gonna cast Cure
right, cure wounds.
Wow.
first level.
What character you guys haven't told me?
I have 8 points of
I'm
damage.
the person.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and I'm gonna put my hand close to it, but not actually grip it.
You realize that it's a pressure deal on the back end of it. If you press it just right, I mean, the only way to grab a hold of it and move it is to grab it tight. But as soon as you do it, it releases a lever, and this spike comes through.
I'm gonna take a moment and look at this mechanism and see if there's a way to disable it.
Do a sleight of hand.
Since I'm using tools. So 22.
You understand now how the mechanism is working, and you understand what it's going to take to get it to open up for you.
But it's not deactivatable.
It's not deactivatable. Matter of fact, it's not just a way to safeguard against traps. It's actually not really a trap. It's a
It's a ward.
fed.
It's more like a ward.
It's needing to be fed blood into the handle, and by the type of blood that goes into it is what will unlock it. So the only way to undo this is to feed it the right kind of blood.
I'm gonna pull out the vial of Vacuol's blood that I still have, and
Ah.
I'm gonna pour it into the slot, and then I'm gonna hold it from the sides and away from the spiky of doom and turn it.
As soon as you start turning it, that opening starts to open up where it's going to start feeding in the blood, and you feed it in, and as soon as you do, the spike comes out, but it only comes out like a really small amount, almost like what do you call the pinprick for the diabetes?
Oh yeah.
Kind of same idea. It takes a drop of blood, and it doesn't go out any further than that, and you're able to slowly, and it's starting to get a little heavier because it's. But you managed to get it. And you hear a click.
Now that the spike has done its thing, I just kind of yeah.
And then you hear a click. And then the sides separate a little bit, and you're able to put your fingers through there and pull back the door on a hinge.
Wicked! Look at that. You didn't have to get damaged.
And on that note,
My next one was looking through.
I wanna
casting thing.
take a kind of a perception and see if I can get a smell of anybody close by or recent.
Yeah.
yes. Do perception with advantage.
I had this original
And you're doing
I'm actually gonna use this
because I can teleport other people unwillingly into things.
I'm actually gonna spend one ranger spell slot. Sense whether there's any apparition,
Oh,
celestial
lava.
dragons, elements,
Oh, look,
fate,
enemy.
beings, or undead.
You're now in
Present
lava.
within 1 mile of you, or within 6 miles if you're a favorite trait.
No.
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 Sorry. I'm sorry. 21 on the perception.
Sorry for you.
And how high is the ceiling? The tunnel? 5 feet,
This
6 feet, 10 feet?
it's 10 feet wide.
Okay.
It is a tunnel. It's all well, it's there on the screen.
Oh.
Well, I think we might.
And
I think we might
Yeah.
have minis now.
Tall?
We're talking about maybe 20 feet tall, 25 feet.
Okay.
Kind of varies slightly. It's natural rock wall at the top, but everything on the sides, everything on the floor has been manicured to make it look really nice and that kind of stuff.
All right.
I think
I'm
we'll
gonna
probably need our minis now.
like,
Yes.
Not doing any
Not full,
No, but just
but just
kinda
getting yourself pulling
loosen
out the
up,
big
and
guns.
I'm gonna pounce up and leap up into the ceiling and start using the ceiling as my.
Noise! You got it to print.
Yes, I did.
Ballin'!
Okay. Can it fly or does it?
Just like
well,
entering in there,
Oh,
I'd like
that's
to do
fine.
some kind of just general perception check.
And my speeder!
Okay, go for it. Roll for perception.
I was gonna say, my speeder is basically on my back at this point, so I'm going out.
Okay,
Actually, we're going to the I'm gonna go ahead and pull it.
there you go.
But he
Um,
knows
Who will roll perception? You roll perception.
21.
21. You roll 22. 21. So you're looking for hearing. You're looking for smell. You smell a lot of different things. There's like oils, like as in like mechanical oils.
Okay.
But you also smell like a dragonborn was here. Like you can actually pick out the dragonborn smell because you've been running around with him.
Yeah.
And it was a different dragonborn smell. It's been a while, like it's very, very faint, but you can tell that he was here.
So, for reference in real life, in about 30 minutes to an hour, the scent of a person is pretty much gone from the dogs.
Yes.
So, would he smell this within?
It's more along the lines of you sweat on a rag and then that just carries that smell.
Okay.
He has personally worked on every little bit of this place. And so there's a lot of his sweat that's been left over in like little pieces here, but it's all mingled with mechanics. So you get the impression that he wasn't just an artificer or not a warlock, but he actually has some like artificer pieces that he was tinkering in with as well. Hearing wise, you hear nothing, some wind, and then way in the back you hear like a little bit of like a scuttling kind of a noise. A little unnerving, but it's just really, really faint. But you know that you heard it.
All of a sudden you hear these like kind of whispers in your mind once again, and you can kind of tell that it's the connection telepathically between us. And tell you, it's what your father said. It's this way. I'd like to try to take off in the direction that I kind of understand. I don't know if it's straight ahead or to the right or which direction, but
I'm gonna.
that's the way. So I want to go. I want to follow it.
Okay.
I'm gonna reply back to him. Let me come with you. Watch out for traps out.
Okay.
Magical more than anything.
Is that just telepathic communication? You can actually hear my thoughts.
Telepathic.
Okay.
So I think you have to actively.
So you can hear my thoughts. I was gonna
I don't know if I want to.
You're in my head, and you hear Charlie. That's
All right, so go ahead and place your minis, or ask whoever's running.
Can you mind?
Yeah, I gotcha. Over here.
Find a hole.
Yeah,
That's the entry.
So yeah, so the entry is the furthest to the left,
I'm on the ceiling, but yes.
and so yeah, you're making your way around the corners.
It's gonna be.
I have a passive 18 perception.
Okay.
But if you want me to roll for another perception as I come in the next round.
All right, so we'll keep your 18 for right now, but it's going to come into play here in a minute. Yeah, you're making your way through this tunnel network. As you're making your way through the tunnel network, you do see evidence of different mechanical pieces being like left on the ground, things like that. Things that maybe it's like some broken vials.
Like how to catch an artificer.
Yeah, exactly. Like an artificer was definitely working in here, but you also get the sense. Well, everybody roll an intuition real quick.
You mean insight?
Insight. I always say intuition. Insight.
I like intuition. I like putting it in house.
Yeah. Roll for intuition. Natural 20. Okay. You got it. Was it 7? You don't. You're focused on the fact you're about to meet your dad. You're about to meet him. He's coming.
17.
17. You get it.
15.
No, you don't get it.
Wait, and what am I getting?
I'm about to say
I rolled blackjack. I got 21.
21. Okay, so the three of you guys get this. You realize that whoever was in this cave the last was carrying lots of stuff, and they were moving kind of quickly. And so when things fell, they didn't stop and pick it up. So that's why the broken vials here and there, like a stray mechanical piece here. There's even like a book off to the side somewhere. They were moving quickly with all this stuff and trying to get through this whole network.
What's that book say?
Yes. Well, actually, I'll just tell you.
I'm on the ceiling, so yeah, you got.
You get the book. It's actually on. It's everything that you just read about with the tinctures for the mushrooms. So how he did it, why he did it, the certain advantages. There's even a note in the very back because you're kind of just perusing. Might keep Conray away and make him less dangerous.
And keep it away from
Let's give it. I'm trying to help Elmo. I'm like, this is for you.
Huh?
Look.
It's about the mushroom tinctures that you guys found in his basement, and it might help make Conray less vicious or less dangerous is the word I used.
Or docile.
He's trying to
Dangerous.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would go ahead and just share about him probably like picking up and leaving quickly, or whoever was there last just mentioned the little scuttle I heard. So like,
Okay.
what that's worth.
Kind of mulligan. Can I just close the door behind us?
You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It's got two little handles, very similar to the ones that are on the other side, but it's just easy handles. Nothing that's going to turn. You just grab a hold and pull. All right, you shut it. As soon as you shut, you hear the click, and it locks. And so you can unlock it easily from this other side. It's easy to see that you just pull on a lever and you can open it up and move out. Pull the lever! Wrong lever! The other side was the one that was the most important to get into the space. You hear the scuttling now. It's
I'll kind of maybe pace a little bit ahead of the group.
okay. Go ahead and tell these guys where you want your mini to go.
Another 15, 20 feet.
All right. Can you move his mini, please, real quick?
What?
Moving ahead. Just me.
Oh, just you.
On the ceiling.
Well, I'm going everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I hear a scuttling. I'll let you guys know that there's a scuttling up ahead.
I'll follow.
I want to look around this corner real quick just to see what's there.
Which one?
This little hallway right here. I don't think I'm just looking around the corner.
It's actually just yeah, it's just like a
Random dead end.
yeah, it's a desk actually that's in the middle of those two sections. It's the place where they hold different pieces. So this piece here. It looks like there was something on the desk at one time. It's been removed, whatever it is. You can actually see that the dust has settled around something, but whatever was there is now gone.
Noise.
Remember, you are in the land of liches, so just want to point that out.
Still.
Do a perception roll for me to see if you get something above an 18.
I do.
It's over 9,000.
21.
21. Okay, so you hear something in the next room over.
Right? Direction.
Yeah, so it's kind of does this little kind of a U right here, right? And then if you continue along that path around this side here, yes, is where that noise is coming from.
Okay. I'm gonna go investigate.
Okay, you just let me know.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
He's on me.
I'm going to find my dad.
Yeah.
Everybody do well.
Does the smell still coincide with the scuttling, or has it split off at this point?
You don't smell anything other than the original smells you smelled before.
No, but the Dragonborn smell that I was smelling, is it still following the same direction, or have I lost it?
It's everywhere.
Okay.
It's everywhere. Yeah, I mean, blood, sweat, and tears in this whole place. Yeah, mostly blood. But anyways, you don't smell what's in the next room, which is a little concerning for you.
Do I smell?
Yeah, you don't smell what's in the next room either. Along the walls, there are, for the most part, it's just plain wall.
Yeah.
However, there are little outcroppings of like little statues. Some of them have been broken down. Some of them are still kind of up. Some of them are like statues of some of the people in town. Some of them are, whatever reason, like spiders. Like this large spider that kind of like sits on the wall, kind of an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird thing, right? And then there's like a few of those kind of pocketing little alcoves as you guys are walking down this area. Do you check out what's in this room at the end? No, it's spider-esque in its appearance as far as like its body shape. It's obviously a spider. It has many legs. It's got that little body in the middle, but it's not.
No humanoid features on it.
No humanoid features on it whatsoever. There's not even really any features of a spider's face or anything like that. It's just the outline. It's like an outline of a spider is what it is. Silhouette is probably the best way of putting it. So you're going to go into that room. Do a stealth check for me really quickly. And if you're going to be up there, Vecul, go ahead and do a stealth check for me as well.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my psionic efficiency ability. Get that extra d6 on that,
Okay.
which is better. So that was an unnatural 20.
Okay, good.
Disadvantage.
Nice.
21. I
Um,
am the stealth.
I am the dark. There are lights also in this place, just so you know. They're actually stones themselves that are kind of placed into the walls. So there's it's magical lighting is what it is. It casts kind of like a weird, kind of a bluish, weirdish kind of a light. As you come around the corner, you see that there's a room. And the room itself...
I assume this is all employed and we're about to die.
Oh, why would you say that?
It's similar too.
That's not
You
true.
haven't followed?
Roll initiative.
What you see is one of those spiders, mechanical spiders, that was on the wall.
Oh,
It's actually that you passed.
But is it like similar to his contraption, or is it different?
artifact.
Probably.
Is it
mechanical.
artificial?
As soon as you see it walking around, you realize that it's actually is very similar, but it looks like it's made of stone
It's magically imbued.
and it's magically imbued, and so it's walking around. It looks like it's got something wrong with it because it's kind of like walking, like trying to get somewhere, and it's not able to get there. So it's kind of like pacing back and forth against this wall over here. I'm trying to find a mini. I lost the mini.
The Roomba.
It's a Roomba.
So Roomba, we're gonna use.
He's trying to clean up. It's not working.
Okay, we're gonna use these guys. They're bears, but they're not. No, they're not bears. Yeah, he's right there up against that wall. He doesn't notice, or it doesn't notice that you're there. But again, it's trying to walk that direction. You also see that this room did carry with it some, like a stash of like casks. So water or wine or beer or something like that. There's casks that are in here as well.
Barrels.
Yeah,
Is there any doors or
not that you can tell.
any hidden compartments?
You can go up there and start pressing on the walls.
I'm gonna first try. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say, hey, let me see what I can do with this ladder. Since I see that it's made out of stone and magically imbued, can I try to make an arcana to fix whatever's wrong?
Fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Access to my animal handling.
So that's why I kind of wish there was a mechanics skill that was specifically.
Oh yeah, for artificers.
Yeah.
You get a tinkering.
Um.
Right?
So are you just walk up to it and start messing with it, or are you just gonna be far away and kind of casting identify, or what are you planning on doing?
I don't want to sit there for 10 minutes. So
Can I? I'm gonna assist him. Is it small? Like his? Like small like his?
No, it's bigger than his.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, so you're there.
All right. Are you rolling for stealth, or are you just walking in? These guys both rolled 20s or above.
Well, and I'll kind of give May a little bit of a heads up of what we're seeing.
Okay.
22, 22, 24, 25.
Wow.
25. Damn, you guys are all so stealthy.
Comments too.
All right, go for it.
Oh, shit. We pushed our
At
luck.
high dex.
Stealth, right?
Stealth.
Oh shoot.
Ooh.
And the
That's
one
six.
person that probably should be there is
She
not
trembles.
there.
She trips it.
So these guys are all coming in quietly. They're kind of looking at this thing. It looks really weird. It's focused on this wall, and it keeps walking back and forth, walking back and forth.
Like I was.
And as you're walking, you actually hit your shoulder hits one of the other statues that's sitting there, and you hear a big clang as that statue kind of falls to the ground. Interestingly enough, the one that's like going back and forth against the wall doesn't change. It stays right there. It's not moving. However,
You said the one that. Okay.
the one that is there doesn't do anything. However, you suddenly hear a bunch of noise behind you as the statues now come to life. So one.
So I'm assuming they're in this hallway.
Behind you, yes. Go ahead and put them at the top of the U next to that light, because they're going to be making their way this direction.
So where I am?
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. So you see, two of these things pop out from the sides. This one is actually going to be at the bottom of the U.
So this one's gonna come down here.
Other side.
Here.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
So they pop off the walls. You now see that they do have somewhat kind of eyes, at least places to look. And now it's time to roll some initiative. So, roll that initiative, that sweet initiative, in... Let's see. Change our tune here. So Maeve, I've got yours. Sir Prevail is gone. Darkshade, what'd you get?
Is there a way, can I roll it in here?
Yeah.
Do you see that?
That is wrong. I rolled a 20, but.
Plus the AC? Does that work? See that or no?
Yep, it's coming in. Vecchio, you got a 4. Okay, what was the original?
It rolled the 20, and I don't know why I counted it as a 2. So,
Okay.
Rolled a 2.
Did it roll a 2?
the B was up.
There you go.
No,
Oh.
it rolled a 2. Even though the B was up,
Can
it
I
rolled
go
a
up with my
2.
manual dice roll?
Since you seem to be having some issues, I'll let you do one roll one new dice right now.
Alright.
I only roll initiative.
Alright, that's a 22.
22.
Listen, I only roll initiative through the app. I roll everything else manually because the digital dice suck.
Alrighty, here we go.
I can't throw my own flare on the digital dice.
Vecchio, you're up first.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Claudia is up next. Darkshade after that. Maeve up after that. And then the spiders
Of course, the spiders go before me.
get to go. And then El Hadar. So you're up first. We're gonna call the one that are the two that are here, A and B. We're gonna call the one that's further back C.
Is this one still just.
It's just strafing back and
It's
forth.
not even looking at us.
Yeah, not even look at you guys, kind of rubbing its body up against the wall, trying to get through.
Wow.
So free action through the sending stones. What did y'all do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
Can't trust you guys with nothing. All right, what are you doing?
I'm moving.
All right, go for it.
6. That would be.
Okay, your dragon's following you.
Yeah.
Flagging the dragon.
I'll use my other action. I'll stay here.
Yeah, you can still see two of them, or you can see both.
Walls
It's a-
are
it's a-
flagging can see him.
Flagging can.
Oh, is that with Flaggins in the front?
Yeah, Flaggins.
Oh, Flaggin can see them. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
He has no.
It's no ferocity, no nothing.
No range.
And I can't cast it through him. That is my turn.
That is your turn. All right. Claudia, you are up next in initiative order. Darkshade, you're next.
Hit things.
Let's come on out.
That's what I do.
I don't like how bottlenecked everybody is going to be in that hallway.
It's still say
It's broken.
dysfunction.
It doesn't know what it's doing.
Yes, I would probably move back this way towards.
Smart.
Okay, how far?
I was gonna say, can players move through other players' spaces?
With different,
They cannot land in a character space,
So
and
they
it is
can go-
difficult terrain.
So they can go through the space.
But it'll cost them 10.
Okay, so
5,
maybe 5, 10, 15,
25,
30.
Yeah, 15. No, 15,
So
25.
5, 10, 15, 25, 30. You can get there with your 30 feet of movement.
Correct. And you could probably see them.
Yeah, it's right
You
there. You
gotta
can probably
keep your head around the-
you can see that first one that's kind of like on that corner.
Oh, he's in the way.
Oh, is that Elder who's standing right in front of it?
They're gonna right here.
Wait, just watch it. Not the one.
No. Just the-
Yep, that's the one.
Shoot through his legs.
Shooter! Shooter!
God, I'm glad I pulled off my spider at the beginning. Because it's going to come in really handy right now.
Mm-hmm.
And use chill touch. It's one of my spells.
Chili
But you need to be close to them. Shoot for that.
120 feet.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I hate chill touch. It's neither chilly nor touchy. Yeah.
Yeah, so you roll.
The only reason they call it touch is because a big skeletal hand grabs onto the action.
Oh, from the ground.
It makes it so it can't
And
heal
you do
until
that
the end of her
when you
next
roll
turn.
You would just roll 20, and add something to see. Oh, it's good.
You should have called it chill hand, not chill touch.
It does.
How do you know?
That's an excellent question.
I've seen enemies with an AC of like 8.
Sorry.
Room temperature touch.
Yeah.
Room temperature touch.
God, it's a little warm in here.
Sweaty palm touch.
Sweaty palm touch. Oh, how horrible.
It works.
Nope, doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta do this sideways. Shoots. You better not make any demons.
You should not have it.
No.
I should have it. Because I know how to responsibly use it.
Okay, sounds good. All right, you gonna do anything else with your action? Leave it at that. All right, Darkshade, Maeve, you're up
Okay.
next.
I'm going to dash. 15, 20, 25, 30. But of course, I'm on the ceiling.
Yep.
And then I'm going to just use my regular movement. 5, 10, 15. And then right on top of it.
All right, from on top. Okay, go for it.
I'm not raging yet.
Oh yeah.
To use my regular claw, my psionic soul knife.
Oh yes,
And
yes.
It's gonna come out like kind of like Wolverine.
Wolverine claws. Nice.
On some top of it. Oh, I'm jumping from 20 feet.
Yep, 20 feet up.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
He takes half. So that's 10. So 5 goes to him, 5 goes to me.
Sounds like a plan.
Both prone. Oh, well. I guess he needs to roll a DC 15 dexterity.
15's my number. Got a 7.
So we're both prone.
All right, he is down.
And I'll go ahead and stand up.
Okay,
And then
go for it.
and I have
That's why you're not raging. You use
24 to hit.
action and dash.
with my
24. Yep, goes for it.
soul knife claw.
Yep. Just tears into it.
It's psychic damage. 3d6 because it's sneak attack. So that's gonna be 10 plus 5.
Okay, 15.
15 psychic damage.
Okay.
I will go ahead and use one of my actions try to hit it with my hatchet.
Okay.
And that's cocked. So 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And it'll be 6. Plus 5, 8 points of slashing.
8 slashing. So you just jump down on top of this thing, just start slashing away at it. You notice that your psychic damage doesn't hit it doesn't do as much damage as you were hoping.
Okay.
But the other damage seems to be working just fine. Yeah, are you doing anything else?
That's it.
Alrighty, Maeve, you are up.
I'm gonna fly it. And share space, see what I'm flying above.
If you're flying, you're fine.
Okay.
Just put it next to him.
Okay. So I guess I'd be where Claudia is because it's 30 feet.
Okay.
And then since I'm above her, I can still see around the corner. So you can see this one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm gonna most action Hunter's Mark that bad boy.
Okay.
Which one's the promise?
And this one's wrong.
Oh yeah, throw them on those. Yeah, thank you.
Going to my first with my bow.
Hit 5. We're on a
18
roll.
to hit. Attack.
Does not hit.
18 to hit. Right.
18 does not hit.
That's even. That's 9 plus 6, 15.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what's funny? In this whole box, there's no prone.
Oh, there's prone in there somewhere, I
Yeah,
think.
okay.
There's gotta be prone. Has to be prone.
So unconscious. There's a generic physical effect. We're probably gonna.
Yeah, he is that guy, I
We're
guess.
grappled, magical effect, enlarged, incapacitated,
Alright, do you have any other,
stunned,
Oh,
pushed
I
back,
used my
charmed,
action, I used my actions.
yeah,
And
and he moved. Alright,
uh,
let's see. Elhadar is right in front of him, right?
Yeah.
And so is Darkshade. The one that is in front of you that you got into is now going to stand up.
It's gonna stand up.
Yep,
Okay. So
So it is
half
no
his
longer
movement is.
physical effect.
That's right. First,
you got it. You got it.
with its front legs, it's going to try to snap at you.
All right.
Its first attack is for a 16 to hit,
And it misses.
and the second one is for a 17 to hit.
When you can see,
It is going to stay there. Actually, it's not. It is going to disappear from where it's at. It is going to reappear right behind Vecule.
which one?
The one that's in front of me.
This one?
Yeah,
Yep.
So, Hunter's Mark.
It's gonna blink, and then right behind there, and that's the total of its movement.
Oh,
The second one that's right there is going to come up and take a bite of you. First
cool.
foreleg, 14 to hit. That's nothing. Nothing.
I don't have to worry about it then.
The second one is a 30 to hit.
Whoa.
Slightly.
Spider's gonna hit you with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Let's see. 28 to hit. First one was 30, second one was 28.
You hit me.
Oh man, here it comes. All right, so 18 damage. And that's slashing damage.
All right, and it immediately needs to make a strength saving throw DC 16.
24.
Whoa. It's their boss.
Yeah, these things are the work of a very with very very advanced technologies.
It still takes 4 force damage.
Whoa. What?
Telekinetic reprisal. As
There.
soon as it hit me, it popped off.
All right, the last one is going to move up that wall right there. So 5, 10, 15, 20. At that point, it's going to be able to see who's the first in line over here on the other side.
Oh,
Technically flagon.
All right, flagon. It's gonna go running towards Flagon then.
Round.
And then it's gonna. Yep, blinked over there. That's a critical.
Alright. Critical bit.
Alright, let's see. Damage on that one is 31.
Ouch.
By the way, if you're using the app and you hold down your attacks, whatever else, it'll pop up and say if you want to make it a critical hit or not, and it'll roll all those dice for you. I just learned that. It's pretty dang awesome. That was his first attack. Second attack is only 15. So I'm assuming that doesn't hit. Flagon?
No.
Awesome. And that's
Wait, what's his first one?
30. Hold on, let me see.
No,
Aim
not
log.
damage.
Let me see. To hit 31. 31 to hit, 31 damage.
Automatic hit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the 20. That's right. Okay, so that's all three of those guys done. Now, El Hadar, you're going to close out this round. And then Vecul, you're up next. All right, El Hadar. If you weren't in the middle of enjoying these guys and like, wow, these guys are really awesome, yeah, now you got to fight them. You can pick them apart later.
So bonus action, I'm going to use Blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport
Oh,
5
very
to
nice.
20 feet.
Okay. Yeah, because he's Shadow Kai.
Because I'm gonna.
Oh, Shadow Kai. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me
Say no more.
Say no
That
more.
makes perfect sense.
I'm right there. I'm right there with you. Alright.
So then I'm going to go ahead and make my full attack action at that jackass that hit me.
Go for it.
So 19 hits, sir.
19 hits.
Booyah!
If haven't figured it out yet, 19 is their AC.
So it's going to be 14 piercing
Okay.
on the first attack, and then I'm going to go ahead and deliver it an arcane jolt
All right. Point to the one you're hitting, by the way, real quick.
in front of me.
Okay, yeah. So that's A. Okay, got it. Go for it.
An additional 12 force damage.
Okay, 12. What was the first number, though?
14.
14. Got it. Got it.
And second attack roll against that same target. Gonna be 24 to hit. That's
Yep.
for another 14 piercing damage.
All right. 14. You guys are chipping away at it. Again, it's made of stone, right? So it's made of same stuff that the walls and things are made of, really. But yeah, you're just chipping away at it. You can start seeing these like gashes that are all on its back and its legs.
The defender is going to move to here
Okay.
to stay in its threat range,
Okay.
and it's going to use Force and Power Rend. Yeah, that is 27.
Okay.
For 11 force damage.
Man, just chipping away at these guys. All right.
That's my turn.
Vecul, you are up.
Cool.
You and Flagon, go for it.
Alright. This is a real interesting position to be in.
Mm-hmm.
See, you made all these plans figuring that they were going to still be over there.
No, I just don't want to hurt Maeve and...
You got one behind you, though. You got one behind you there.
Well, if I do what I do, then they're gonna... It's everybody within 5 feet of me.
There you go.
It sounds like their problem.
Oh!
Alright.
to property.
Let's see. Oh, each creature within 10 feet.
That'd be a lot more than you originally anticipated. Yeah, you did flagon too.
I'm gonna move Flagon first.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. You stayed within his threat range. Okay, you're good.
And then I'm going to. I don't see there. Maybe? Do I see there?
You see there? Yeah. 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 It's a little difficult. You can see kind of like
I can wonder.
the corner of that. That's okay.
I can see it. I'm going to cast Thunder Step. He has to make. There has to make a Constitution 17 saving throw.
Jeez.
That includes the two of you.
Can't you with Thunderstep take one of those with you? One of those.
I can actually.
Why don't you do?
Yeah, I'll do that. Maybe I like you better.
Maeve's flying above you, actually, though.
Teleporting.
Oh, you're right. We'll grab her.
Yeah.
If you're,
Just grabs hold of you. Yeah, actually, you do have.
are you?
Why not?
You want to go?
Are you a willing participant?
Yeah, you want
Okay.
Okay, you.
I'll go.
You are now here.
So you don't get hit. So now you don't.
Don't manhandle me! Pow!
Those two need to make that con save.
All right, everybody's making con saving throws here. Da, 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 da,
You and the marked target.
What's the number we're looking for?
17.
Ooh, one saves, one doesn't. The one on the top is the one that saves. The one on the bottom does not.
You would only need to make the one save.
Only the one save?
Yeah, this save right here. It's just the only save.
Oh, okay, yeah, he made it then.
So if he saved, and Maeve didn't save.
Oh man, it's the demon chickens all over again.
At least he hit you with lightning instead of a crossbow bolt.
So he takes 16 points of damage. You take 32.
Oh God,
We may have a character death by the end of the day. Let's do this.
You know we were in the PvP.
That's right, man. Here, let's do this.
Apparently.
And then I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on.
All right, go for it.
Thunderstep's bonus action.
Ooh, crit. Is Thunderstep a bonus action?
No, it's
It's an action. How are you casting 2 spells in a turn?
Yeah.
because I have the bracers that let me cast a cantrip as bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, magical.
So
I didn't know that. It's cool.
29 and a 16. I'm assuming the 16 doesn't hit.
Correct.
Negative.
Cool. So 14 points of damage on him.
On A, got it. 14.
Yep.
Alrighty.
And I say, sorry, Maeve.
Sorry, babe.
He's mad.
All right, Claudia, you're up.
So
You've just been moved.
sorry in advance, Maeve.
Oh crap.
Oh no! Killed by your own players, man. Just want to say this. This
So
is.
should I come around the corner and just give you a nice pot shot too?
I don't know. Everybody's taking a pot at Maeve.
Here's the
Goodness.
thing. I can try to heal you after.
I can do this.
Oh, you can heal yourself. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and
You shouldn't have
cast
to.
Cloud Kill, which is a
God.
poisonous yellow-green fog on this guy because it's 20-foot radius, so it'll hit him and it'll hit the dude in the corner over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And it goes around corners. This
Yes,
goes.
it
I think it
does.
hits everybody.
20 foot radius.
Oh, but you can't see him, can you?
Hits him and Maeve, and that's it.
Oh, scoot it over.
20-foot radius is
yeah,
the.
over, scoot it over.
So if you did it here, it would hit him. You'd be
Yeah.
damaging more people than you.
Do it. Do it.
Do it on him.
If you take
Do it
2
on-
steps in,
Do it on him, who you can't see.
so you move 10
There's
feet in.
no-
Oh,
That's a big wall right
can
there.
I see the spot in between?
You can go here and damage yourself, but not damage everybody before.
Yeah. Choices.
I would not
Choices.
recommend casting cloud.
So great.
Here, just cast it right like on yourself, and that way you hit everything.
Fucking TP there. Right there.
Let's just kill everybody with cloud kick. Friends don't let friends class cloud kick on party members.
Understand. Let's go.
Friends don't let friends do that either. And if I knew you were planning that, I'd be like, no!
That doesn't damage advance.
I'm about to cast Witch.
Okay. Wait, just the targets, so I would just need to move.
Yeah.
So you have two of them right in front of you. One here and one here.
Yeah.
30 feet. Yeah. And they actually you don't throw for it.
Ooh,
Oh.
con saves. That's fun. Okay. Pete.
I'm gonna do light.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. What's the DC I'm looking for? 14. Does not make it.
Why would you want
And then
that?
you,
I
that's
want to
your-
hit.
If you want to just have it go digitally, it's
Yeah.
easier. Just have it. It's nice.
DM.
56 damage.
56 damage.
Oh, what?
Holy
What do
cow.
you hit her with?
Like,
Blight. So you pull out this spell and you just start casting this blight on this creature.
Bonus action.
And even though it's mechanical in nature, you see it kind of crunch in on itself as you're casting this. Takes down a lot of its hit points all in one go.
See?
Um,
Cast both those at the same time.
It is bloodied. Wow, that was really well done. Very oily. Very oily. Well done.
Attack roll.
I mean, you can do it. You can get some strike and bonus action.
Cast.
You don't know what you are.
Now, could True Strike
No, not with your stab.
Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
You can do like
That would be.
One plus your
damage.
But then you're gonna get close to it though.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's fine.
You gotta move close.
It's 4 being on one.
Which one? The one you hit in the corner? All right, go and move on yourself. Can you move her up this way, 2 spaces right in front of the thing, and then
roll a d20
What's she
and
gonna
then
do?
add
smack it in the face?
Oh.
Smack your face. 16.
No.
21.
21 hits. Oh, backhands this thing.
Target.
2 damage. Hey man,
It's not very strong.
insult and injury right there. This thing is now hurting.
Your knuckles hurt.
That's right. Darkshade, you're up, followed by Maeve.
Okay, I'm going to rage.
All right.
Rage. I just kind of my claws go like real long. And with my Wolverine Phantom Claw, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it across down to the one in the corner over there.
Okay.
I can shoot it. 16. Let's see, 27 then.
27 hits.
It's sneaky.
Yeah,
sneaky.
you get that because it's surrounded by its enemies.
And resistance. Six. Or 5, 11,
14, 13,
14,
13,
14, 14.
14.
14 points a second.
See what
Oh.
they did is they took
Yeah,
out
I know.
Yep.
That's all I can do for that.
All
And
right.
then I'll
Put
use
it in
my
there.
second action to claw into the one that's in front of me.
Go for
2
it.
attacks. First one, 26 to hit.
Got it.
And oh, excuse me, that was 14 plus 7, so
Oh, okay.
21.
Gotcha.
And then this one was, what did I say?
The first one hit.
And the second was a, that misses, 7 plus
Yep.
18.
Yep.
So then I'm gonna hit him with my second claws. And that hits, so that's 27 to hit.
Okay. Roll your damage.
And That will be 10 points of slashing. It is my turn.
Alrighty. Maeve. People are picking on you. Tell you what, man.
No respect.
If you wanted to shoot one of your friends, man, I'm telling you that.
I'm gonna turn around to the one that's on the Mars since he's immediately range at me.
That's right.
And I'm going to touch the shit with my brass knuckles.
Okay, go for it.
This one?
Yeah. 14 plus 9.
That's 23.
Yep.
And then 20 for the second attack.
Yep.
And also, I'm going to have my cloud as well. Two others.
You see extra D6.
Yeah. Oh, and plus 4 forgot.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 13, 14, 15. 15.
And since I hit damage for
Got.
and since I hit him twice both with my brass knuckles, he gets knocked 10 feet away from me.
Push him that way. Nice.
That's it.
Alrighty. Their turn. This one right here in front of Darkshade is going to go right in between. Go this direction.
Okay.
Catty corner. There it is. And he starts to build up something in the front of its face. DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Save.
Excellent. This wave of force just shoots right towards you. Meryl just narrowly misses you. It's going to phase, and it's going to try to take you with it. Do a Constitution saving throw of 18. Take you. It's going to jump on you.
Oh shit.
It's phasing on top of you, just going to try to grab you. They like a grab. So, Constitution saving throw 18.
Was he jumping that way?
Yep.
Save.
You see it blink and reactionary. You just kind of move out of the way, and you see these pincers, and they always kind of grab right where you used to be.
Sir.
Yeah, it was a close thing. That's all of its movements. It's gonna stay right there. The other one here on this side, facing Flagon, is going to also do a beam. Dexterity saving throws for Flagon, for Vecule, and for Darkshade.
Dexterity?
Dexterity saving throws 16.
Advantage.
Yep.
Oh yeah. 20.
All right. This beam again just shoots straight towards you, and you're able just to move right out of the way. You saw the other one do it, and so you kind of knew that it was coming. Vecule, you save also with your roll there. What is Flagon? Poor Flagon.
Let me see what.
Lagging.
Flagon is lagging.
I don't think he's going to, but. Yeah, no, he does not.
Alrighty. This wall of force just comes and nails him for 30 damage.
Do we take half or no?
Wait.
No, you don't. It either hits you or it doesn't.
Okay.
It's an all or nothing.
How far away did Flagon miss that saving throw?
He had an 8 and he needed.
16.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Genius or something? Flash genius, yeah. I can get 4, not 8.
The one on this end who has the hunter's mark on him is now going to do the same thing. Not Vecule, I'm sorry. Actually, it's Maeve and it's Claudia. Both do 16 dexterity saving throws for both of you guys.
Beam attack.
And actually, this guy has to do one as well because he's in the way. And it fails.
We're damaging our party. They're damaging their party.
The DC on this one is 16. Dexterity. 15?
So you
Alright, so you take it.
See,
Alright, you take it as well. Total damage is 28 damage.
I can't flash a genius them. I can't see them.
And
That would be
28.
by somebody
Plus,
else.
I'm not in range.
The one that's over here, right on the other side of Claudia,
Flagon is in range.
it was focusing down this way, and it just gets clobbered from the side. It kind of even knocks it down. Some of these, this one here in the front next to Elderhold, and the one back here next to Flagon the Dragon, are looking really, really rough. Finally, the last one, do a Constitution saving throw.
That's 10
It
feet.
blinks.
You're looking at. So you're looking at this circle.
19.
Oh man, you made it. This thing even appears in the air, and you just
Nope.
slightly
No,
move out of the way,
so
and these
it's
pincers
I'm
arms try to
gonna
grab
like
hold
I'm
of
not
it.
taking
something like this.
That's when you use
So now it's right in front of you.
Nobody around.
The one with the hunter's mark,
Sure.
No.
right in the middle of the both of you guys. Actually, there it is.
Oh, hello.
He tried to grab a hold of you, and he missed. I think that's all of them.
Yay!
Elderhold, you are up. You have one right next to you, all nice and happy.
Ramp. Luckily, I still got teleports. Bonus action, teleport. I don't know if I want to teleport further down that hallway. 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. That seems good.
Okay, and you still have them in view.
Spider's going to use his movement to move here. So I'll just get the movements out of the way.
Do you have to use your bonus action to move him?
He's autonomous. It's like having an ally.
That's how it is with
Flagon.
sentient.
So let's open up on that dude,
All
man.
right, that's one of the ones that doesn't have very much left. So,
Shit. Critical?
all right, that hits. Do your damage on that one first before we do anything else. Let's see where these guys are at.
$30.
So you're using your rifle, right?
Yep.
So you disappear from one section. It was reaching out towards you again, and it just completely disappeared from it. Ended up behind it. Pull up the rifle, looking straight down the barrel, and you shoot. It hits it right in the midsection of the spider's body, and the legs just pop out from besides it, and all these stones just fall to the ground as it just kind of rolls. It is now out of combat.
Blink. Free action. I can blink too, motherfucker.
That's what you get.
Jerk.
All right, what are you gonna do with the rest of your stuffs? And then I believe Vecule is up next, followed by Claudia.
I'm gonna end my turn.
All right, sounds good. Vecule, you're up. Oh shoot, here it comes.
Luckily, there's no saves involved
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna.
because he's taking Flagon with him.
There you go.
Nobody else is in range.
Isn't Claudia in range?
Nope.
Oh, okay, good.
We did the pipe thing.
You did it.
DC 17.
All right. For which one again? Is it?
So
No. As in the what save?
Oh, Constitution.
yeah,
Constitution.
he's in range. She is not.
17. What was
barely.
What was the DC? Oh, meets it. Does he take half? Oh. Yeah. What's half? 10. You blink out, and this percussion of the thunder just kind of pushes the thing. Same thing happened to the other one. The legs just kind of spill out from it. Even though it was only 10, it was enough.
Damn it!
So this thing is now toast. There is only one left.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did.
that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that probably didn't
Yep.
hurt.
Or it didn't.
Then I'm gonna use my movement one 2, 3. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
What about? I blink out and then I run back in.
There you go, Eldritch Blast. Go for it.
You know who you didn't say? Me.
Oh,
It
man.
sounds like a personal problem.
Oh!
All right, here it goes. Shoot your Eldritch Blasts.
Sounds like a you problem.
Alright.
I'm gonna kill your father.
Nice. Nice.
Well, hey,
He's got
just
personal.
another
Oh,
party member
miss.
that can attack Maeve. Just chalk it up.
Oh, miss again. These Eldritch Blasts keep coming by. Yeah, it's just kind of in like hard area to hit because it's kind of got that wall in the way.
Yeah, it's in the corner there.
Yeah.
Precision.
Claudia. Darkshade, you're on deck.
You get correct since he's in now in front of you.
Yeah, he moved in front of me, so I'm gonna react. He needs to do a con saving throw of 15.
13.
Son.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, one at a time, man. One at a time.
Sometimes it's how you gotta do it.
There you go, man. Hey.
And then I'm gonna go ahead with my quarterstaff and just
Smack the hell out of it.
smack it.
Go for it.
Up 18 plus 6, so that's 24.
Yep.
Two.
Yep. Thank you for switching it. 4.
4 damage does it. All right, keep going.
Bludgeoning.
That's right. Just smacking the head right in the top of its head, man.
I'm just irritated.
No, she's so all of her spells are attacks. So she just used her attack to stab it.
Yep, that's it.
Alrighty. Darkshade, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to just like leap up onto the ceiling.
Alright.
And,
So awesome. Just running on top of the ceiling.
and then I guess I'll take like
Is that 25
50
feet up your boost?
or 20 feet,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
then 5, 10, 15, 20. And I can shoot my claws. I'm going to shoot the claws and the bonus section claws. So first
Go for it.
first attack. And that's 22.
Okay. Hit.
And that's going to be 8, 10, 17 points. Damage.
Okay.
And then claw attack, bonus action.
Okay.
And that's going to be 20, a natural 20.
Yep. Oh, roll your dice then.
And then
Double your dice.
D4. Where are you at, D4? There you go. 8.
8 damage. Nice.
Turn.
Awesome. All right, Maeve, you're up.
So it would be 16.
No, plus 7 to 1.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
does not
eight.
hit. That's 16.
Times 2. Because it's critical.
It
Uh,
was not natural.
so first
Oh,
attack
dirty.
does not hit. So 16. Second attack does hit. It's 20.
Oh, good. Go for it.
20.
Da-da-da.
And then McLeod.
Okay, yep. What's your damage?
We get in there. Oh, it sucks. Okay.
I will say
5,
this
6,
though.
7,
You
8
did more
damage.
damage to
8
me.
damage, got it. All right, hey, that's good. All right.
Here's a little.
It looks over and it sees you, and you.
Oh. Which one of
You!
Hey, you there. Constitution.
That on purpose.
Constitution 18 saving throw.
You!
All right, it grabs a hold of you. It jumps, grabs a hold of you in the air, and tackles you to the ground. So all was it 8 of its legs are
Or 6.
holding you in place. And it looks over, and it blinks, and it's no longer in the room.
She's gone.
You are now out of combat,
Bye, mate.
and you are not in the room.
What?
Deuces.
That's not even because I killed you.
See ya.
That is not.
Hey, look at the bright side. He did more damage to you than Rax did.
I know. Friends with Rex.
So maybe y'all will bond over this.
Or I'll be
Maybe
dead.
she's gonna
Or
be
that.
dead,
I got like 20 characters up my sleeve.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna heal Flagon.
You know your shield?
Who's not there?
Do a constitution, not a constitution. Do a perception check for me. See if you get anything above an 18. For you as well.
What, perception?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Not too far away.
20. My perception is also 20.
Can I do it?
Oh yeah, you're right there, huh? Yes, you can.
Sweet.
The only person saying you get teleported was Flavia.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the only one who saw you get
Well, I think
teleported.
I'm right there too.
Yeah, he does. He would have saw it too.
Where did you go?
Where did you come from?
Where'd you go? Where'd you come from?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
16. You do not hear it.
Gosh.
The two of you do. You hear down that hallway towards where you're at. You hear a popping noise, and you hear Maeve, and she's pissed.
I'm gonna kind of just start cruising that way.
Okay. You make it into this room.
Whoa.
And what do you see?
Lots
But
of-
Maeve.
No day.
In cage.
She is still attached to the spider, and the spider is attached to one of the poles.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So its back is against, and it's a part of the pillar now, and its legs are holding her against the pillar.
Good job, Dad.
Wow.
And it's just sitting there. It's not. You're out of combat. You're stuck.
I'm gonna go
But
ahead
you're out of
and
combat.
I'll jump down and try to run up and try to pry off the legs.
Strength saving through. Not saving through. Strength
Can
check.
I just like
I'm
misty
gonna-
step out of my ass?
You can try.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying
Oh,
to
that's
misty step out. Just instant.
Yeah, and you can't.
Big touch, fairy magic.
Okay. String.
So, the curiosity of my character.
It takes a while, but you start breaking them off. One leg at a time. One leg at a time, and finally there's enough. She kind of squeezes out. Okay.
So the curiosity of my character would have gotten the better of me. I want to know what the hell they did. So I'm going to come around the corner and look at stuff.
Okay. Again, this room looks like it had a whole bunch of stuff in it. It's all been cleared out.
There's still the defunct.
What's that?
There's still the defunct
Yep.
robot.
And it's still sitting there, kind of working back and forth. Yep.
I'm going to attempt to deactivate it.
You've never seen something like this before. It is the most bizarre creature ever. Every single one of the gears, and they are gears, is made of stone, not metal. Not only that, but its power source is magical in nature. Like, the only reason its legs are even connected to one another is through magical tendons. Like, it is bizarre. You don't even know where the power source is at. Like, you can start hacking away at this thing. It might attack you, but like, you can't tell where the power. Like, the other ones, they're just stones. Like, you can go and like investigate those, or you can attack that one and it might attack you back though. but it is very bizarre.
I'm gonna try to investigate it as best as I can. I'm gonna learn from it.
Okay, investigation.
Telepathically, we communicated with everybody inside of here. I say we got Maeve. She's okay.
Pissed, but she's okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You realize that it has to be something very similar to like soaking the stone, not the stones, the wood inside with the mushrooms, where it's been soaking up that oils. This has been soaking up some kind of magical source, and so it in itself is nothing spectacular, but it is soaked up this arcane magic within itself in its center. But once that thing is broken and it's dead, it just leaks out like a balloon.
To basically somewhat identify the power source.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's within the centerpiece of it, but it's just somehow it's been soaking in this magical essence.
So it looks like a little glass orb.
No, it's just stone. The fact that it's not something special like a diamond would usually hold a lot of power.
It's all being broken stuff. I'm just gonna explode at this point.
All right. Yes. Go ahead.
I was gonna go back and see if I can shove it into a bag of holding.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of heavy, but yeah, you're able to get some of that stuff into a bag of holding.
No, spider.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah,
It's big.
It's pretty big. Yeah.
better shoot that one.
I don't know if the opening.
Yeah, I don't think it opens that big.
That's
The pieces of the other one you probably can get in there.
Yeah.
Anybody who's in that other room over there, go ahead and do a perception check.
I would be heading into that room at this point. So
Right.
Move me into that room and my spider.
Yeah.
See perception.
Mm-hmm.
17.
So 17, you're more interested in helping Maeve and making sure she's okay and everything else, kind of getting yourself back under control and stuff with your raging and stuff. Anybody else get it higher than that?
24.
24, you see it.
Need roll?
Perception.
Oh, perception, yeah. Perception.
And Vecchio, you're rolling perception too?
Oh yeah, I got a 10.
10.
16?
You're paying attention to Maeve. 16?
16.
No, you don't see it. You see it. There are other spiders that have been attached to some of the pillars. Not all of the pillars are filled. Some of them are. So you see like the back ends of the spiders embedded into the pillar with their legs that were once holding something. As you get close to some of these pillars that have the spiders that were attached, you see the skeletons of definitely where yeah, not just creatures, werewolves. So you still see like the muzzle and everything else that have just been decayed. You even see some of the other ones where there's different types of animals, like, or not animals, creatures. A human is found. A gnome is found. No dragonborns. But there seem to be only the 4 corpses.
I'm gonna go through and I'll try to search, see if there's anything on. Anything.
They look, yeah, they've already been picked through. Like, whoever had them here had them stuck. And then they came and picked up what they needed and left them.
That was like my dad.
I'm starting to think your dad was experimenting, not helping.
Well, sometimes you gotta cut the grass. Can't crack multiple eggs.
That's right. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Hey, trust me. This mushroom juice that I've got. Oh,
It's experimenting.
I'm planning on experimenting with it, and I'm gonna start designing a new weapon.
No more silver bullets.
No, this is gonna be
15 points.
All right, you get that 15 points back. What are you sitting at right now, by the way?
29 out of 70.
Yeah.
Third level.
I'll heal you.
All right. What else are you guys gonna do?
See if there's any other doors
Yep.
in this room.
One door right over there. It's got the
23.
grate in front of it that you can easily just open up.
Door? This
Yep. Easy to right through there.
Boop, boop.
So I've got heals, but I've never had to heal anybody, so nobody
Great. So yeah, so you open up the door. It's a passageway that kind of leads into another room that's very similar to this one.
Okay.
Yeah, do you guys want to just go ahead and start moving along?
I will.
Alrighty. Who's following? Who's waiting behind?
Yes.
You're coming from that direction, coming this towards me.
Okay.
Marching order.
Yep.
I'll
Put
be in
yourselves.
front.
I'll be in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be in the back because I like getting attacked. Apparently.
Actually, I have. Like,
So me and my spider will be in the back.
I'll be on the ceiling.
And the spider's going. The bear. Bear.
All right. So you guys are just going through that way?
Yeah.
Again, you see this hallway, very similar to the other sides of this place that you've been going through. And you empty out into this room. The room does have that grate in the middle of it. It seems like the room kind of tips in slightly and then kind of levels off. Not dramatically, but enough for like drainage. Water, blood, feces. Yeah,
What did I
okay.
say?
Normal.
Whoever's in the room, move the pieces into the room.
okay.
I'll start flying. I don't trust. I'll start hovering.
Probably don't want to be on the grade.
How long is how high is the ceiling in the middle of the room? Is this? 50 feet?
This is actually more like 30
Me
feet.
and the spider are going to be just on the other side.
And can I look? I'm gonna fly up, and I'm just gonna look at the ceiling, just to make sure there's no like sticks or anything that are on top of the ceiling to squish us.
So as you look up,
Oh no.
Ah!
anybody who's in the room,
Everybody but me.
Even if I'm flying, that's important.
even if you're flying,
Or on the ceiling.
even if you're on the ceiling, the whole section of this entire room lights up with this electrical energy. It's a dexterity saving throw.
That's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled 2.
You make it?
Ooh, my nipples.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Yes. You feel a little tingling.
Oh, fuck.
I got a 10.
10. Okay. I'm gonna do some damage for you.
What was the save total needed?
Well, was it?
18.
Yeah, you make it.
She also got 18.
Okay, so the two of you made it. He did not
What
make
was
it.
the save needed?
It was. Oh crap! Now I've forgotten it now.
Feel like I know.
Was it
16.
16?
16.
Never mind, sorry, I can't. I can only get 4, not 6.
16 points
but I
of
can
damage.
see him within 30 feet, so I can
16.
flash him.
And it's electrical damage because it's electrical. Everybody is now outside of that room in that hallway.
Oh, push it back.
Yep, it got you guys all back. If you take even one step inside the room, you will be electrified.
Is it a pushback or is it a teleport?
It is you guys saved and got out of that room.
Oh, okay.
You save by leaving the room. Or you get shocked in the butt as you're leaving. So you're looking.
Going through that way though?
Yeah, so this room is now filled with electricity. The interesting thing is that there is. It seems like it shoots up from the ceiling. It kind of goes up and kind of comes down. But there seems to be a gap, a very small gap, maybe about a foot or so, that is on the ground where it doesn't seem to be, electricity doesn't seem to be touching.
Well, can we time it to where, I don't know, can I try and...
Investigation.
Could I have elected to go that way though? Or-
Oh no, that's more powerful.
Well, with an action, I'm going to use my ring and give me back one of my spell slots.
There you go.
85, 90. I'm gonna vortex warp myself. I'm
Okay.
gonna pull up my spider. I'm gonna vortex warp myself to here. Teleport.
You make it to the middle of the room. Yep.
No.
It literally opens a. Mine is different. It opens a hole on one side and the other side.
Oh, okay. So you're not
It's
moving your
vortex
body. Okay. Yes. Then you'll make it then.
It's like an offensive version of Dimension Door.
Okay.
But I can be a willing participant.
Okay. I'll allow it.
So
All right. So you're
basically,
now
a
on the other
hole
side.
opens up underneath me. I go through it,
And you
then the
pop up the
hole
other way.
opens up over here, and I pop up.
All right. You feel a little tingling, but
Wait.
you made it.
Ooh.
On your side.
Ascending stone through. Don't try to teleport through that.
Yeah. Yeah. On your side, there is actually a mechanism to turn it off. And so you turn it off. This was kind of a sadistic. He did not want people to get through this area. So yeah, it's all free now. You guys want to do something in this room before you leave?
Investigate if there's any sigils.
There's a lot of sigils. They're specifically on the edges where those lightnings come from. Basically, it's creating a like a path for the electricity to go through.
Study it and
The conductive signals.
Mm-hmm.
learn how.
Yes.
I mean, I can recreate it at a later time if I study it enough.
Yeah. You want to probably take some notes. You have your book.
I'm gonna go where it is.
If you study this enough, you may actually be able to make a trap that will be electrical in nature. But it's going to take a little bit of research on your end. But yeah, you could probably make a trap with it. You just need to put a sigil one place where you want it to start, one place where it to end, and then a
everybody
triggering
needs to place
mechanism.
their tokens where they actually are.
I want to check the grate.
Yeah,
Is
it's
there anything in there? Down there? Is it out?
yeah, it's a deeper pit. It's got some like residual like water-esque kind of things down there. Yeah.
So where are those tokens?
Usually people get liquefied and they kind of go down in there if they stay
okay.
for too much.
Russ? Can I take a rock, that slide, and then drop it down?
Yeah, absolutely. As you do, it travels like a good 30, 40 feet down. The interesting thing is that when it hits the water itself doesn't ripple or splash. It envelops and starts to like writhe over itself. Like it's trying to eat whatever is there. And then
Emperor Palpatine.
the light is completely gone. It goes away and you can't see what's down there. But you can still see this something down there trying to digest.
Sandpit. Start buffalo on the ground.
The Sarlacc? Not a butthole. It's a creature. Thank you very much.
Awesome! How did
Sarlacc.
How did he die?
Butthole
Butthole in the ground.
desert.
There you go. Butthole in the desert. I know that guy.
I'm gonna investigate these things if those are there.
Yeah, that's where you get the sigils from.
Okay. I'm good then.
I'm gonna walk
And
through.
before he goes up, I'm just gonna, put you in switch it.
That would be in there.
It's in there?
That's the low tech.
A little left.
Basically,
He's like, I've left that room. I'm
basically
good.
he's doing it while Beckel's still in the room.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you. So.
So then,
Hey, back to the bench.
do a dexterity saving throw. Let's just see how much. And it's not gonna be the full damage of everything, but because you're just gonna love tap it.
We go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That might be a
Oh,
little.
4 seconds. Good
Oh
God.
yeah.
That's full action.
7.
Okay, yeah, you're like really paying attention to the sigil. You're holding basically like touching it, and he's like, that's 13 points of electricity damage through your.
You just hear her cap.
That's right. You kind of wet yourself just slightly. You're like, ah! your hands kind of flex into it a little bit. Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff.
I'll take the
So
lead.
much better now.
Hey, that's what happened later on. Maeve punched Rax right in the face.
Well, he shot me in the very first.
So, I mean,
All right, you guys are going to the next room.
And then we bonded over it.
Yeah,
It was
next
all
room.
good.
I'll take
Oops.
that.
Hello.
Wrong one. Wrong.
That was before I had my
That's cool.
brass knuckles.
Yeah,
It is very
thank
cool
God.
looking.
Thank
Come
God for that.
on! I gotta do it this way. There it goes. There you go.
They're magically.
I'm gonna
Oh.
cast poison spray on there.
Jeez.
Oh, come on now. All right. Are you gonna do it?
Yeah. Constitution 17.
I'm gonna like put my mage hand in front of me.
To stop?
Yeah, it's a good stop.
Poison spray.
I mean, I can.
Well, roll your
Crop dust them.
Yeah.
Well, so also
I
too.
can also put my hand through and then.
So also too, wherever that is, poison spray is a cone.
Yeah.
He was on the wall at that point.
I'm just gonna.
I'm also blind.
Let's.
And
take
I
it
was
easy.
also right by the lever.
Let's take it easy, guys.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Because I had to move when I turned it off.
Calm yourselves.
They have more important business. I think your father's up ahead. Let's maybe focus on that.
Well,
Great.
it's already
You
cast.
can't check the hand of the speaker.
It's a cone, and actually that room was. It's only got so much room to be running around in there. It's only, what, 10 feet wide? So you're going to be getting a lot of people with a cone of poison spray.
Oh, I thought she was right next to me.
You are over there, and then you come this direction, and everybody's right around you. If you use poison spray, you're gonna get everybody.
It's just.
Poor Claudia.
Alright.
Well,
Eldritch blast.
actually, if you want to get technical, May would be like up
Yeah.
here with me.
No, it's
Well,
alright.
actually, it would be like here. 'Cause
Alright,
the
alright.
lever was there.
We're moving on. We're moving
The
on.
mage hand slap.
How about we don't do anything and just move on?
She likes a good slap.
All right. So you come into.
Yeah. Okay, me.
Great.
Oh yeah, maybe a kink. Hardcore.
You make your way into this room.
Which side?
You're coming in from my side through this way.
Marching order.
You know.
I'll take front.
Front.
Only your name, just this.
Middle.
You should hold her back.
Middle.
Hold her back.
Back,
Hold her
like
back.
always, watching our asses.
We just get along.
Becule, where are you?
What was the
Front.
Sorry, I always have to ask.
Go.
What's the height that we're at?
This room is actually mostly an well, not empty. It's a cave, more of a cave kind of feel to it. And so the roof here is like 50 feet high.
Oh, 50.
So it's a big opening, kind of
You
goes,
know,
yeah, a big dome kind of an area. There's even up on the ceiling areas, there's lots of different sigils that kind of run along, almost like the old, thinking like the Irish, like
Celtic.
Celtic kind of like lines. There's kind of those kind of lines all going to the center of the room.
I think I'm gonna avoid running on the ceiling.
Might be a good idea.
in
Might be a
this
good idea.
room.
All
I'm
right.
not our kind of guy, but it seems
Yeah. Just don't touch the things that look kind of dangerous.
I think what's the ground?
In the middle of the room, there is a podium. And on the podium is this open book. And standing at the open book is a statue. And the statue is of... at first, you think that it's a werewolf. Because of just how big it is. It's kind of got a weird kind of a muzzle kind of a look to it. But as you get closer to it, you realize it's not a werewolf. It's been a transformed, more of a hybrid version of a vampire. They have this, it's not just regular vampire kind of thing. They actually have more of like a bat kind of,
My dad's a vampire.
yeah, whatever, right?
Yeah. Almost like, was it Blade 2-esque? Where they kind of almost look
So he
Yeah.
Could be a vampire you wanted to go
bat humanoid.
Yes. Very, very, very similar to that. And it's standing there holding the book. And it's got this smirk on its face. Behind it is a chest, and the chest is actually already opened, and everything is outside of that chest. There are some empty vials, however. Some more empty vials that he's left behind, because they're empty. He's not going to grab those. He grabbed everything else. What do you guys want to do in this room?
refill my alchemist kit with those empty vials.
In my pocket. Okay, you got them. You got another 4. 4 empty vials. Yep, that's the chest. Chest is over on that side. The centerpiece is the vampire.
Vampire.
So the
Statue.
chest has the vials in it?
Yep.
Okay, so I will be.
I'm gonna inspect
Yeah.
the vampire.
I'll back her up.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna walk up with her, but I'm not touching
how
it.
you know like
I'm just kind of like sniffing it.
Is the vampire's mouth open?
Slightly, not much.
I'm not gonna put my hand here.
Um,
Well, I'm gonna feel like a pinky like underneath the nose. Make
Pour
sure
the rest of your blood in its mouth.
yeah, nothing's coming out.
See what happens.
It looks real. I mean, it looks like dead on. Like even like when you're walking around it to get to the chest, you almost have this idea that it's watching you. The book that's on the podium that it's standing at is a real book. Yeah.
You can grab the book.
After I investigate what's on the ground and what I can't.
Is there like any like cliffs? Near us?
Cliffs? No,
Where did
you're
you-
inside.
Cliffs inside.
I played.
All right, what are you guys gonna do?
Is there anything
And shouldn't anybody grab the book?
value that I can see?
It's already been taken off with.
Okay, I'm gonna touch the book and read it in like a newspaper.
All right, you're gonna. So it's sitting there. The vampire is holding the podium, so you can just reach up and grab the book. You pick it up. Nothing happens with the vampire or anything else. Just stays there. However, as you start reading through it,
What language is it?
it's actually not an official language. It's a language that you can read because it's a no, because it's a kind of like a pig Latin kind of a thing.
Oh,
It's more of a
like Twin Talk.
yeah,
Huh. That's a weird.
but it's a weird dragonborn version of that you and your dad used to play when you were really super young, right? So you would talk to each other this way, and your mom could never figure it out. So it was your own little special language, and it's written in this. As you're reading through it, you realize that it's a big fu to all the werewolves in this whole entire area. It's like
Your dad works for the band.
and as you read through it, you realize the only way to get to him is to get vampire blood and put it inside the statue. And these werewolves, they're terrified. His point of view, they're terrified of the vampires. They don't want to go near them. So it's a big, yeah, you're not going to go and do this. You want to come after me? You're really going to have to prove that you're going to come after me. You're going to have to go get them. People that you've been hiding from this all these times, you're going to have to go to those guys and get some of their blood and bring it back here if you really want to find me. You get the impression that if you do this, you find some of the blood, you put it inside the statue in its mouth, there will be a sigil that will appear somewhere, and it'll shoot to you. It'll give you a pathway to get to him.
I'm gonna investigate this area and see if it's more in the safe area rather than dangerous.
Yeah. Do investigation. Does anybody want to check the area out?
I'll just help him.
Okay.
You want to see him advantage or
Yeah, that gives you some advantage on that.
investigation?
It's 13.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems pretty safe. I mean, it's kind of everything dead ends in this room.
Yeah.
So there's no place for it to go. And obviously,
there's no other doors or windows or.
oh no, nothing.
So, out of character curiosity, if the book was written to basically give the werewolves an FU, how are they supposed to read it when it's in a language that only you and your father know?
He probably knew I was gonna come and try to find him, and that he wants me to find him and not.
Right.
And it seems like he's telling him.
I want to weaponize the mushrooms anyway, but it's up to them.
Like, hey,
I'm gonna take the book with me.
Shadow
put it
film.
in back and tell the party, hey, we need to put.
That was
This book says we just need to put vampire blood in this statue, and it'll help us.
Does the vampire blood have to be from a willing participant?
Probably not. We have vampire blood from the.
Don't you know? But you met a vampire. He was inside the catacombs of the Elderhold, but you killed him.
No, we didn't.
Well,
harvest him.
okay.
You guys became kleptomaniacs after that, where you started collecting everything and shoving it in the bag.
Yeah, he would have got harvested.
Yeah, but no, you don't have any.
Okay. Cool. I'd say let's rest here. We will take.
Just for shits and giggies. You want to play physical?
It's not gonna do anything. I can already tell.
It's actually very similar. It's got that same kind of like a orifice for the blood to go through.
Yeah.
So
I give a shot.
you're gonna put his hand through?
No, I'm gonna take out the vial so the bag goes blood.
Oh yeah, you put
Pour it in
some
the
there.
hole and see what happens.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nada.
I'm just gonna know.
Now we know it's not part vampire.
Yeah.
I'm not my fault.
Was your mom part vampire?
I don't know.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. A little bit of mom's blood up in there.
Okay, what are you guys gonna do now? Just rest for the night? Long rest?
So mom's blood in the mouth didn't do nothing either?
Oh no, nothing now.
So
She's not a vampire.
so
Not a vampire.
your mom's not a vampire.
Hey, congratulations! I'm not a vampire. Just saying.
Your mom's not a vampire.
That is a win. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I took
It's a win.
Yeah. I'll just stay awake the entire time. Just doing double stuff.
You doing some rest, long rest? All right.
Everybody's doing a long rest.
All right. Well, in that case, we'll stop here for the night, and yeah, we're gonna be long resting. Everybody gets a nice long rest and gets their hit points back.
I'm watching.
And
Are we though?
Unless the vampire comes to life in the middle of the night for some reason.
yeah,
I'm
he wants to sleep
awake
next to the.
entire time.
Well, luckily, he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, I don't sleep.
All I do is trance when I'm I'm fully conscious during
You
the
have
whole
like
thing.
aspect of the moon or something?
Mhm.
Gonna
I think it'd be.
on the vampire's leg.
Yep.
Just in case he tries to move, then I know.
Any last minute things before we call it for the evening?
I can't think of anything.
I can't either.
Alrighty. All right. You guys are getting
The
closer and
cave's
closer.
secure.
Sweet.
The entrance to the main cave.
There's
is
only
secure.
one way in.
They couldn't get in the vampires. The werewolves couldn't get into the building to begin with, right? Conrad tried.
Technically, nobody can get into it but him.
This chest looks.
But somebody's been here.
Yeah, somebody's been here.
Yeah, your father.
Must have been some way to get in.
I'm gonna see if there's anything under that chest.
Underneath it? Nothing. Good guess though.
I'm gonna say like a fucking staircase.
So there was, so back in that other area,
Mm-hmm.
there was nothing unexplored that we noticed.
It was pretty.
Yeah,
It was like that. Just the trap. It was just the trap.
I investigated this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So the room before that with all the pillars, there was nothing else there.
No, just other old dead.
Nothing else through the
The
twisty
windiness.
paths. Nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we
Was
didn't
it
miss
that
anything.
end, on that other end? But that first when we first came in, there was that other hallway. Was that at that end over there?
Oh, it was just a table in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it wasn't a
I'm
room.
actually gonna instead of spoon the vampire's leg.
Oh, I mean,
Go inside the chest. And just,
Sleep inside the chest.
I can sleep. in
If
there.
you need me, I'll be in the chest. The chest is a mimic. You are now being digested. No.
I'm surprised we haven't ran into him yet.
Oh my gosh. Got plans for you.
the bartender asks, "Why do you carry your weapons up in here?" Because mimics. The bartender laughed. We laughed. The table laughed. We killed the table.
Exactly.
A good time was had by all. All right, well, that's it for tonight. Can't wait for you guys to come back next week so that we can carry on, and then hopefully we guys will run into Pavel again because he's had his own little adventure. Let me tell you.
He's now a vampire.
Now you're a vampire. That's how you're gonna get the vampire blood. So,
Sweet.
thank you very much. Have a great night, everybody.
Heck.